Walt Disney introduced what it calls a family-focused credit card. The new card, featuring Mickey Mouse, rewards customers by letting them earn Disney Dream Reward dollars.
Oh!
Of course, the more you charge, the more Dream dollars you'll earn.
Yes, we're familiar with how it works on a credit card. Thank you so much.
Those dollars can be used to buy things at Disney's theme parks, hotels, and stores.
Right.
More than 100,000 customers have already registered for that card.
Wow, that's success.
Wow, M-I-C-K-E-Y.
So I try. Oh, wow, Terry's got it.
One of the few words you can spell.
I know, huh? That's only because I sing
Only
it.
because it was in a song.
Oh, look, she tried out for 6 years to be the first Filipino Mickey Mouse Club member.
Yeah. Gee.
That would have been quite a feat, Terry. And you were this close, I'm sure.
Yeah, right.
Would have been bigger than Christina Aguilera, I bet.
Right. I'm a Filipino genie in a bottle. It's been great, Terry. Possibilities were endless.
Hey.
Ah, you were so close. I know you were the last cut they made every year
Oh, yes.
as far as Mickey Mouse new club members. But the Mickey Mouse credit card is a smashing success.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
Put your groceries on your credit card, ride a ride, free of charge.
So for every $1,000 you spend, you get $1 at Disney
Wow.
Parks.
Sounds like quite the offer to me.
Oh, man.
When am I going to pay this bill that I charged up on my credit card? How about Never Never Land? I don't even know what that means. All right, Terry, what's going on? You know what's going on. I'll tell you what's going on. How about that?
Okay.
Later on today.
Yes?
Later on this morning. Oh, call the friends, phone the neighbors.
Hold on. Let me phone the neighbors.
All right.
She doesn't have any friends, so neighbors only.
Right, you can skip that part. Right. And the neighbors really don't want to know from her, but
That's true.
it will be a rousing game of You Bet Your Ass!
Can't wait.
There will be multiple asses on the line, Terry.
Yeah.
There will be WWE Raw tickets. There will be WWE perks. And the biggest one, of course, will be going to lunch this Saturday. Oh, you don't have to wait very long.
No.
This Saturday with Ivory and
Bischoff.
Eric Bischoff.
Yes.
A double whammy. So you bring a guest, and there's 4 of you at the table. It's not like you bring a guest and you're double teaming one person that feels all uncomfortable because you're bombarding them with questions. No.
Right.
Ivory and Eric Bischoff, arm in arm, will walk into the Space Needle or a restaurant similar to it, because there are many similar to the Space Needle. And you will have a nice long lunch, including a Caesar salad.
Oh, wow. You
With-
guaranteeing the Caesar?
Well, Terry, the sky's the limit.
Okay.
Because they're paying.
Yes, they're putting it on their Disney credit card. With Eric Bischoff and Ivory.
Very neat.
That is what's on the line. Somebody in You Bet Your Ass today will win that. Of course, the loser, the person who performs the worst.
Yes.
In You Bet Your Ass. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, one of the contestants is Jimmy Fred Weeman, by virtue of Hot Shot's rousing win in dog food roulette yesterday morning.
Now. Jeez.
Jimmy Fred Weeman is one of the contestants, and the person who scores the worst will get 8 lashes from our version of a rattan cane. Right on the ass.
Nice little version there.
It was 8 lashes that dude a couple of years ago had to deal with, that American in Singapore, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
And it was Bubba Clinton who got him down to 6 lashes because he has so much clout.
Thanks, dude. Thanks
Yeah.
for nothing.
By the 6th lash, I'm already passed out. Thanks a lot.
What difference
Well,
would it
since
make?
that time, I've always wanted to cane somebody.
So now's your chance.
That's right.
All right.
Somebody today is going to be caned. If it's Weeman, it will happen right in the middle of the town square. Do we have a actual identified town square? Well, it will be a landmark after today.
It will be the town square.
With Jimmy Fred's ass skin residue left on the sidewalk. How can it not become a national landmark? And we have prepared some very interesting questions.
Ah.
That's right.
Very
Questions that are right up his alley.
good. Yeah. Cool.
And you'll see how the game is played, Terry. You bet portions of your ass.
Who's the second string linebacker for the Eagles?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I know.
Right up his alley.
There you
It's
go.
going to be a fair, and it's going to be a very interesting little competition.
You know what would have been fair yesterday?
I don't hear from you.
If you would have brought in 3 500-pound men to go against Hotshot, that would have been fair.
3
As opposed to bringing in
500.
ringers against me.
What do you mean ringers? How are they ringers? We don't even know who they are.
They're probably smart people. that
Right.
you
We'll
guys,
bring it down.
screened.
Yes. Rocket
Like
scientists
Rhodes
from
scholars and
yes,
stuff
I'm
like
sure.
that.
Yeah, we found Rhodes scholars yesterday.
On the side of the road.
Moment's notice.
They had to have a minimum 1,400 SAT.
He's already
to be
whining.
there.
He's already making excuses for why he's going to lose.
You
You're a
guys
smart
call
guy.
this, though. You expect this from
We
him.
got
Come on.
3 or 2. I don't even know what the number is. Listeners. We don't even know who they are coming down to play trivia that want to win wrestling tickets. How bright can they be? And he's already fighting it.
Yeah. But he wouldn't be the Weeman if he didn't. You
no,
know?
I'm scared because of the way
How
I'm
about
treated on a daily basis here.
that? You wouldn't be the Wayman if you did anything else.
You know what? If I was treated like a normal human being, I
Right.
wouldn't be so scared.
What are you
But
treated
you
like?
get beat and kicked on so much, and when you're down, constantly thrown mud on.
Well, today could be the day you rise above. This is the day that you win out overall after all this time. That's how you should be looking at it.
That would be nice.
Rise above 5'6" today for the first time ever.
I could get above 5'6" with the right shoes.
Yes. Those
shoes.
circus shoes. That,
If you join Kiss, maybe.
yeah. 15-inch heels.
Platforms.
Unbelievable. Turn off his mic, please. That'd be a fun game, Terry.
Yes, I
you
can't
bet your
wait.
ass. Now, what do you have there? What do you have for us this morning?
Well, we brought up Christina Aguilera earlier, and now I'm going to bring her up again because she is now the face of Versace. She signed a huge ad campaign.
Versace?
Yeah.
She shouldn't be the face of anything, by the way.
They seem to like her.
They want to sell jeans. They want to sell clothes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They're going with Christina's face. Mm-hmm. All right.
Yep. Her ad campaign will come out later this year. So watch out. And in the next 2 years, well, in 2 years actually,
Right.
2005, Sony PlayStation will be here.
It's here now,
Oh,
Terry.
I mean, Sony PlayStation 3. I'm sorry.
Oh.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Yeah. And in fact, they say that.
Women's screaming right now.
I know he is.
Go into a dummy.
No, you've had a 10-minute commercial break to read that specific story.
It'll take video games actually to a whole new level of realism, they're saying. And
They're
you'll
pretty
be-
real right now, Terry.
Well,
Even further beyond.
even further
It's
beyond.
basically like calling over the Eagles and the Seahawks and having a game right in your
I
backyard.
guess
Right,
so.
joysticks.
Because they look so realistic right now
I know.
on PlayStation and Xbox. But we got to wait 2 years.
2 years,
And then video
2005.
games look even more real
More
than they
real.
do now.
And they say that.
And I
Sony-
remember playing with the little stick figures back in the day.
Plus, you will be able to do more than just play video games. You can also record TV shows, TiVo style, surf the internet.
So you can do everything you want basically on your video game box from this point forward, or at least starting in the next couple of years. Wow.
Yeah.
You can get rid of everything in your house. Have to open up a can of Chef Boyardee beefaroni, bring over the PlayStation 3.
There you go.
It has a can opener.
Yep.
It's the 2005 version of the Swiss Army knife.
However, no word on how much it's going to cost or what the retail.
Well, if they
price
really
is.
want to make these NFL games and these video games realistic, they should have groupies waiting by your car after you're done playing.
Now, who knows?
That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the game to become so realistic that when I score the winning touchdown in the final seconds, that there's 16 hoochies sticking their keys in my pocket because they got a hotel room hoping that they'll get laid by flying down from who knows where. Wherever, it doesn't matter.
You really live the NFL experience.
Right!
Can you pick them out? and
Come up
everything
with
else?
that, PlayStation! Give me that!
That'd be fun.
It's in 2007, I
And I
think.
keep writing them, and they don't acknowledge it.
Really?
Yes.
They say, who is this
They
guy?
ask for suggestions and never follow them. Come on.
It would be kind of neat.
You're going to be very nice. Yes.
The T-Man.
I mean, not many girls in contemporary American society today would give their underwear to help a geek like me.
It's the Cube 93.
Giant Victoria's Secret lost a court battle against a Kentucky sex shop. The U.S. Supreme Court ruled unanimously the store Victor's Secret
Right.
is not violating federal trademark laws by sounding similar to Victoria's Secret.
Wow, Victoria's Secret went into panic. They're afraid you may confuse the things in Victor's Secret for what Victoria's Secret puts out there, Terry. Mm-hmm. They were very, very concerned about a Kentucky little mom-and-pop kind of store
Yeah.
Jeez.
that sells lube and all that fun stuff.
The court says they found no proof the sex toy shop harmed Victoria's Secret's image.
Right.
The Kentucky store is
Let's call Victoria's Secret this morning and go, yeah, it says Victoria's Secret, I want a dildo! Why are they all panicking? They just made a bigger news story, obviously, out of than what it was.
Right.
Just let Victor's Secret do its thing. Don't draw any attention like you did now on a national level to some little Kentucky store. Kentucky store.
That's in a strip mall next to Value Village.
Right.
You know.
I don't care about Victor himself. I don't want to hear about his secrets. Victoria, I care about her
It's
secrets.
a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
Matthew! Matthew!
He's smart.
Matthew! I know you're there. Speak now. If you don't speak now and admit you're there, it's going to be a 2-month ban.
I'm not.
Why are you on the line, Matthew?
I just want. What the heck was that? Okay. I just won the WrestleMania tickets. I just want WrestleMania
Matthew,
tickets.
you're on ban. And unfortunately for you,
I got to host boob camp.
WrestleMania falls in the month of March, and that's the month you're on ban. When WrestleMania comes back to this area again, you'll be the first to get tickets.
Can I just make a quick comment here? You're being kind of hard on Matthew,
Right.
don't you think? However, when Dumpy brought up the fact that if his son Bubba
Right.
did not act right,
Oh, Bubba's a 9-year-old. Matthew's a grown enough man to know.
to recoup if he
Yes.
does not go.
Matthew, you're not supposed to be on the line. I'll tell you what, Matthew, I'll make a deal with you. Because Terry brings up a good point. Maybe I am being a little hard on you because it's fun. I'll make some kind of like 16. You're 16, right?
Yeah.
Let's make like a 16 candle deal with Matthew. Bring us some girls' panties.
You want them mailed ordered?
Mail order? No. Bring us proof that you had sex with one of your teachers.
Oh, now, come on.
Be realistic. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
be
no
going out with
joke.
Mary Kayla Chernow.
Oh, just. But is there any teacher in school that gets you going?
They're like 50 or older.
Is there any teacher in school that gets you going?
No.
Is there anything that gets you going?
Come on, in this day and age, teachers aren't 50 and over like they were back when I graduated high school in '88.
The youngest teacher I got is a guy who's around 29.
29.
That's not
And he
bad.
gets you going? Is that what you're saying?
G-Man, I'm not gay.
Oh, jeez. Matthew,
Yes.
you're
be the
not
judge of
supposed to be on the phone lines. All right? I'm going to let this one slide, however.
I just want to get this person.
You want to go to WrestleMania?
Yes.
We'll think about it, Matthew.
Ooh.
All right?
Be on your best behavior.
Yes.
I just got maced in the hallways yesterday.
You got maced in the hallway?
Can of hairspray.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Just because you're Matthew?
Just for being you.
Yes.
Yes. By a woman?
A guy.
A guy. Very good, Matthew. Matthew,
Yes.
take care now. Have a good day at school. Oh, jeez. I said I'd think about it. What are you so upset about? That's progress.
It is. And you didn't ban him again or anything like that. So that's,
Remember our little tater tot from Poughkeepsie, New York, Terry?
I do. Yes.
Where's she been?
I don't.
Where have you been?
Around.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for the update. Like we didn't know that about you already.
Oh.
Around the way, girl.
Well, since that incident, I went to call him yesterday, and
What are you talking about? You're talking like you just spoke to us yesterday. We haven't talked to you in about 3, 4, 5 months.
oh, okay.
Where have you been?
Well, I got a different job.
Mm-hmm.
I'm now a waitress at a pizzeria.
You are?
Yes, I
You're a
am.
little cute tater tot little waitress at a pizzeria, baby? Yeah! All right, you cannot swear on the radio.
sorry.
As much as
Sorry.
I know you're dying
Sorry.
to, being from New York and all. And maybe that just gets flung around at your little pizza joint all the time. But the F-bomb on this radio show is not allowed.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I'd love to be able to say F this, F that, but it's frowned upon, and it's fine. It's $10,000. Do you have $10,000 that you saved up from the pizza working days?
No.
Okay.
But.
Yes.
Talk
Talk about your bud.
No.
Yes.
Tony now is a porn star. I found out.
Tony, your ex-boyfriend?
Yeah, the
Wow.
one from
Isn't that the way it
American
always works? Every time you lose a boyfriend, he becomes a porn star?
Jeez, yes.
Eagle. That or he becomes gay.
Right. It's always fun to try to figure out when you're going out with a guy. When I break up with him, will he become a porn star or be gay, right?
I don't know. I had a boyfriend one time
So have
where
you
we
met-
were going out
oh,
for
just-
like 6 months.
Right?
And I went over to his house to surprise him because it was our anniversary.
And it turned out he was a gay porn star?
Oh,
No, it
The
turned
double
out I
whammy?
went in his room
Yes.
and he was with my brother.
Wow. I thought that was just an urban legend. It happened to you, huh?
Yeah.
So tell me about working at the pizza joint. Do you flip that dough? Do you knead the dough? Do you get your hands in the dough?
Sometimes.
What are your responsibilities at this pizza place?
To serve the customers. And I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like extra cheese on your pizza?
You serve the customers well?
Yes, I
Do
do.
they like you? Do they come back for more?
Oh, yes, they do.
Do they say, hey, it smells like double anchovies in here when you're done?
They offer you the meat lover's treat.
Do you throw them back extra thick crust? Ew. My little tater Todd.
Yeah.
How many days a week are you working at the pizza place?
6.
Wow. She's a committed, dedicated worker.
Yeah, sounds like it.
So you're making some bucks. You got some spending cash saving, being saved up for the summer to be.
Sorta.
What are you doing with your money?
Putting it in the bank. For
Okay,
car
then you
insurance.
are saving it up for car insurance
Oh, there you
because you
go.
got a pretty cool little hoopty there in Poughkeepsie or what? What are you riding in?
A Chevelle.
A Chevelle. Shouldn't I have known that, Terry? Isn't that the perfect car for her?
Chevelle. Have
Yes.
you heard of it?
I don't know.
It's the female version of the Chevette.
Right. You like your Chevelle?
Yeah, it's okay.
What year?
86.
86 Chevelle. Are you styling in the 86 Chevelle? Do they know, hey, that's a little tater tot that I hear on the T-Man show when you ride by in the 86 Chevelle?
No, it used to be my dad's.
What color's your Chevelle? Every
It's,
Chevelle is.
baby blue.
Every Chevelle has been a dad's before it's the child's.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And it's baby blue?
Yeah.
Do those back seats tell a lot of stories or what? Yeah, my dad used to
Yeah,
screw,
about your dad.
screw around with my mom on it all the time.
Yeah, right.
Have you had any action in the back seat of your Chevelle?
Let's just say it's a little grease lightning.
Oh!
Wow.
I don't even know what that means.
But we all went out.
Right. So when we actually make a trip, whenever that may be, out to the station in your area in New York, can we come and get some free pizza?
Maybe.
The way you say it makes me want to come even more. You're so taunting. I don't want you to wait another 3 months before your next call.
Yes, sir.
All right, baby?
Yeah, baby.
You got a boyfriend now or you're very single?
I'm very single.
If you're working at the pizza place, you should be. Who knows who the next customer through the door is going to be? You need to keep your options open.
I have actually this one customer. I don't know about him. He's kind of a little weird.
Really?
But every time he comes in, he leaves me a $50 tip.
Yeah!
Hey.
See,
sounds
that's
weird.
why you keep yourself open, because you never know who's going to walk into the pizza joint. Oh, yes, you do. His name is Anthony with a big gold chain. Oh, that's too stereotypical. All right, well, you enjoy your days at the pizza place, okay?
Wait.
All right, bye.
Jeez.
I don't have time.
Your little tater tot there, huh?
Yes.
She's
Mm-hmm.
fooling around in a Chevelle, boy.
Heading to the pizza place.
She's baby blue.
Saving up for her car insurance.
It's good that she's driving without it right now, though.
Right. From now on, when she hits people,
Right.
she'll be covered.
The T-Man.
When you're telling these little stories, here's a good idea. Have a point. It makes it so much more interesting for the listener.
For 8 years, it's been off store shelves. Now the Today Sponge contraceptive is available again.
Oh!
The sponge went off the market back in 1995 when the manufacturer opted not to invest in improvements.
Right.
The new owner, Allendale Pharmaceuticals, is selling it through Canadian internet sites and in pharmacies and drugstores across Canada. The cost, less than $3 American.
Wow. Dairy free, save it up. Now,
Yes.
didn't the sponge go by the wayside? Didn't it just leave our world because people just thought to themselves, ew, the sponge, that sounds kind of gross. Isn't that why it left? Women liked the sponge and they were sorry when it left?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
$3 a sponge. Mm-hmm. And it was effective? It worked?
Effective and worked, yes.
What would you know about effective contraception? You're really not the authority on effective contraception.
Yeah.
And in pharmacies and drugstores across Canada.
Wow.
The cost, less than $3 American.
Mm-hmm.
The company hopes it will receive FDA approval for U.S. sales next year.
What's enough, Stephen?
$3 for one?
Mm-hmm.
So is it one use, or do you get to use it more than once?
Steven's a sexual, a little individual escapades aren't worth $3 a pop.
Yeah.
Steven, you just ring it out and do it again.
Well, I don't know.
Steven will find a way.
Do you use it more than once, or no?
No.
Well, maybe if we put it in the laundry machine. Hey, man.
Yeah, right. Extra downy on it, make it real soft.
Yeah, put some snuggle on it. It's better than ever. Yes, Stephen, it's supposed to be discarded. And it's $3 a pop, apparently, yes.
Wow.
But it's very comfortable for women to be sitting there with a sponge inside. Mm-hmm. Women have really not been able to get the whole feeling out of their systems cold turkey, even though there is no sponge contraception anymore. Women have been sticking sponges up there anyway.
No.
Yeah, right.
Just for whatever reason.
Just to relive the old days, the good days, the fun days.
The fun days.
The ones with the little SOS pad on the other side.
That's disgusting. How dare you bring that up? Anyway, Terry, as we prepare this morning to play a game of You Bet Your Ass, it's a game sweeping the nation, capturing the hearts of America, don't you know?
Oh, yes, I do know.
With Weeman putting his ass on the line this morning, even though he's kicking and screaming about it. Why? We actually put him in a game this morning that involves trivia, which he thinks is one area, which actually we think. He thinks in all areas he's competent. Yeah. In very few areas is he truly competent. But we'd have to probably give him one area that he has some level of being competent, and that would probably be trivia. So here's a game. It's right up his alley, and he's still whining and sniveling about it.
I have a paranoia.
Okay. What?
I have a paranoia. You guys have crushed my self-esteem as a human being.
Crushed it.
He just built you up. He said you're good at trivia.
Yeah, but he's doing that so then he could, when I'm down on the ground, drop dirt on you.
God, so he's building you up while pushing you down at the same time.
Yes. He plays mind games with me.
Is that right? Is that what I do?
Yes.
You manipulative bastard, you.
Well, if you answer the trivia questions correctly that we ask you later today, you have nothing to worry about. It'll be someone's ass. Someone else's.
I hope it's not mine.
Who deals with the wrath of the caning that will take place. Terry, in the meantime, hit us with more stories. I know that you're still euphoric and probably not able to concentrate due to the new releasing of the sponge. Now, just in case the Weeman loses, in case Jimmy Fred does go on to have a terrible performance for whatever reason, maybe the pressure, maybe the paranoia he obviously has, yes, against the family here, causes him to not be able to focus and answer these questions correctly. Who does the caning? We didn't really settle that up front. I think we should settle it beforehand so that he doesn't complain and try to weasel out afterwards. We should agree on who's going to be doing the caning. Of the Weeman, should it be him who loses? Who does the worst out of the participants, and they'll all be women aside from Jimmy Fred Weeman in today's game of You Bet Your Ass.
Well,
Gay phone operator. Let's move on now. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say.
You don't want Gay to do the caning. Is that what I understand?
Well,
Is that what you made very
cover
clear?
the damages that are going to happen if I lose? I mean, with all sincerity, that's a lot of force behind a swing.
Geez.
No, I'm serious. If he hits a softball and I hit a softball, the odds are it's going to go further when he hits it.
Well,
I disagree with that.
Call Aetna or whatever your health care carrier is and ask them about scars on your butt.
Oh, yeah,
and how
what happened here? Yeah, I got caned because I lost in a trivia game.
All right.
Yeah, they'll cover it, man. Sure they will.
Anyway, we'll figure it out later, I guess. What else? What were you working on, Terry?
More people last week. They watched the Joe Millionaire follow-up show, then the Saddam Hussein interview.
Is that right?
Yes.
Wow.
Gives you a little
Talk
insight
about
on our society.
entertaining television.
Come on now.
And actually, I hear through the radio grapevine that they're related. They look like relatives.
Oh, yeah.
See, if they had a show where they picked women to marry Saddam, that would be good.
That would be quite the reality TV show, yes. Women would be like, Castle! What do you mean don't what do you mean don't go into that closet, Saddam? What do you have in here? Nuclear weapons! It would be quite the entertaining TV show, don't you know?
I wonder what kind of date they would go on. Jeez.
Saddam would be like, get that bitch out of here. I don't like her.
Oh, goodness.
Well, everyone tuned in to Joe Millionaire more than Saddam Hussein because we all wanted to see if Zora was about to dismantle her nuclear missiles.
I heard she had some.
Right.
Did you?
Later, she's got some big ones.
No, they were hoping the two would take anthrax, maybe.
Oh.
Jeez, Stephen.
Stephen, after being the biggest fan, by the way, of Joe Millionaire, is now trashing it.
Well, I mean, the two...
You want them to die.
I don't...
You want them to die. That's what they're saying. You're rooting for death.
Well, I guess I shouldn't say I want them to die, but I mean, it's, you invest so much time into these things and then they don't stay together. It's just irritating.
So they should be forced to be a couple.
I think so.
To meet your needs.
Yes.
I see.
Kind of like Stephen forces himself every day to be a couple.
I mean, the good news for Tristan and Ryan. I love that. They're together, they're happy, and everything's going well.
That word
I love
is
happy endings.
getting married.
Yeah, getting ready to set a date and everything.
Mm-hmm. Fascinating.
I like that.
He likes happy endings.
He's a happy ending kind of guy.
Yes, he is.
So the ratings were much higher for Joe Millionaire.
Yes.
And that surprises you.
Well, yeah, you would think that with everything going on, that we'd be a little bit more interested in our government and things like that. And
So
Which one did you watch?
You're poo-pooing society right now.
well, it just kind of gives you a little insight.
I
does it
understand.
not?
And you, I'm sure, sat there and took notes on the Saddam Hussein interview, right? Did you watch?
I didn't watch the whole thing. I did watch some of it, but I did not watch the Joe Millionaire follow-up. thing.
Oh. Well, you're a better person
So
than the average American, Terry. You're more informed. But you missed a hell of a Joe Millionaire show.
Yeah, right.
The follow-up show, not even you're not talking about the one where he chose Zora. Just what happened when they first got back together after
Right.
all those months of being apart.
correct.
Oh, and that body chemistry, that looked really like they were in love.
Right.
Pawn at each other. weren't
Saddam
they, huh?
Hussein looked like he was more in love with Dan Rather than Zora and Joe Millionaire.
Oh boy.
All right, interesting. Yes, a very interesting fact. More people watch the Joe Millionaire follow-up. Mm-hmm. Good to know.
All right.
Couldn't have predicted that myself. What else? What else?
Well, I've got a story out of Sacramento, California. There is a man at large who has been like randomly riding his bike up to women and punching them in the face. At least 21 women have been, hit by this guy.
He just pedals up, looks all friendly, and
Yeah.
whack!
Yep.
And then rides away.
And rides off into the sunset.
And he's in custody or no?
No, he's at
large.
Yeah.
Women, have you been riding your bike in Sacramento these days?
No, can't say I have.
Mm-hmm. Rides up, little basket on his Schwinn, looking all innocent.
Yep.
Excuse me, ma'am, would you mind if I ask you for a couple of directions? How do I get to... Then rides away.
Right. I mean, and sometimes they say...
At least 21 women have been punched in the face?
At least 21.
In the face?
In the face. Different ones, okay?
Yes. Unsuspecting women?
Yeah.
Bike riders seem like the peaceful people.
You would think.
Probably very worried about gas and fuel situations.
Right. The environment, they're very concerned.
That's a bike rider mindset, it's safe to assume, right?
Yes, I would assume that.
He's walking up to women. Is it a certain category of women? Is there a certain common thread that these women have? Or they seem pretty much completely
Just they come without warning, and he just rides up to them, and sometimes
But
doesn't
the
even say
characteristics
anything.
of these women, is there anything in common or no?
No.
Just very random.
Random.
Hates women.
Must be.
To say how old this man is? Do they have a description?
Yeah, they do. They actually even they have
We're
a name.
We're Crime Stoppers here, Terry. And we're on in a couple of locations in California now. So maybe we can get people on the lookout.
Okay.
Hear this man. I mean, catch this man.
They actually have a name and an age of this gentleman.
Oh, they do?
Yes.
They know his name and his age, and they can't bring the guy to, they're catching Al-Qaeda members overseas left and right now.
Right.
And they can't catch the bicycle punching bandit.
Right. Bicycle punching bandit.
How old is he?
He's 42 years old.
42-year-old man riding a bike.
Yeah. Okay. His name is Richard Giron.
Uh-huh.
So
he doesn't live anywhere or have a job or anything? Why can't they catch him?
I don't know. I'm not the police. I just am reading the story, and they say that they've issued the arrest warrant, and they
He's
can't.
still at large.
He's
They can't
still
find
at
him.
large. Right.
Because the police don't want to catch him just yet. It's too entertaining right now to read about.
They're going to send him over to their ex-wife's house.
Right.
It's like sneaking him
Go in this
addresses. Yeah.
neighborhood.
Yes. It's a woman that walks her dog every day at 3:20. Can you pedal on by her?
Right.
It's my ex-wife! Wow.
Yeah, pretty
All right,
interesting.
so if they have a name and an age, it's only a matter of probably later on today he'll be in custody.
Yes, let's hope so.
Now, you get, typical assault and battery charges if you are brought to justice after punching 21 women in the face, or what?
Sure, probably.
21 counts?
Yeah, probably.
What the hell is that? What am I hearing? Why am I hearing Weeman? Do you hear that? Mm-mm. That was really weird. What did you do? What are you doing in there?
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button by mistake. I meant to hit a different button.
And no one heard that but me.
I didn't hear it.
No, no one heard that but you. That was my fault.
You just go out of your way to irritate people.
That's it. Get on your bike and get in there. Here's a scooter.
Talk about punching a woman in the face.
Oh, boy.
Don't pretend like I'm the only one who heard that. That went over the air.
No, I swear.
Yeah, it did.
It
Don't
absolutely
lie.
did not. It did not go over.
Who cares anyway?
He's all flustered, man. Scared about today.
Mm-hmm.
Here, why don't you cane him early, okay?
We have the cane right here.
I know.
What can we do to make it even more intimidating
Even
looking?
more. Come on.
It's intimidating looking already, Terry?
Okay, yes. All I can say, for his sake, he better be good.
Fat Fack?
Good morning.
How are you there, sir?
Doing good. How about yourself?
He sounds more chipper than ever, Terry.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
the spit is still
does.
flying when he talks, but more upbeat than ever.
Yeah,
He is divorced. He is a single man. And you hear the bounce in his step?
I do.
Of course.
What can we do for you, sad sack?
Checking in. Going to say congratulations to Terry and you for getting married.
Right.
Thank you.
It's about time we got married, huh?
It's about time.
Been in love for so long. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's it, sad sack?
Well, also, I wanted to see if I could go to WrestleMania.
That was a big one.
A sad sack contributed enough to put him in the section, basically, that we have at WrestleMania. We did get a lot of tickets, Terry, and Sad Sack has been a man who has dealt with a lot of turmoil in his life and has been open in sharing it with us,
Right.
and has been a guy who's kept his chin up when most guys would have buried it in the sand, which was the real prudent move, by the way. But for some reason, he kept getting dressed, waking up, getting out of bed, and getting out of the house every day, and that's got to be commended in some form, right?
Sure.
He's a laughing stock on the radio for some time.
But he's turned his whole life around now, and, you know.
Sad Sack, I'm sure we can work something out for you.
All right.
Ah,
Thanks.
Are you still cutting down trees or whatever you were doing?
No, he's not
Yep,
cutting them down.
I'm
He's just
still an
learning how.
apprentice.
Yeah, he's not even the guy that does it yet.
Yes, he's not allowed to do it on his own.
Right.
So you put the saw on the wood?
Right, yeah.
Yes, I'm starting to cut now.
You are? You're no longer an apprentice?
Well, no, I'm still an apprentice. I'm just up there high enough where I can
Wow.
start cutting now.
And what about the women's scene for you? Anything going on there or what?
Nope, not a thing. Nothing new there.
And WrestleMania, I'm sure, was going to help that.
Yeah.
Well, will you invite to WrestleMania? Will you invite a woman to go with you or what?
If that's what I need to do, yeah.
That's what you need to do.
Okay.
Yes.
Are we just going to...
Kind of like in the mode of Matthew Swager. You have to produce a woman to prove to me you're at least going on a date.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
All
He
right.
has to bring her down.
You have to bring her down when you pick up the tickets or else we can't hand them to you.
Have the tongue kiss.
Okay.
Because he got to bring his cousin or something, right?
And you have to chainsaw her right in the studio with the supervisor overseeing it, okay?
Okay.
All right. That's the deal. Hang on.
Why does he call it an apprenticeship? He didn't get hired at like Little Caesar's Pizza. I worked there. It was training. I'm not an apprentice.
Well, that's what they call it
in the tree world.
In the lumberjack field.
All right.
They're apprentices.
The T-Man.
Why do you shamelessly waste my time like this?
I don't know.
Just when you thought Michael Jackson's antics couldn't get any more bizarre, now comes damning new allegations in a Vanity Fair article by journalist Maureen Orr.
His two top enemies, from what I gather, were David Geffen and Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, he's put big voodoo curses on them, Terry.
Yeah.
Because going through the annals of history, you will discover that voodoo curses work without fail.
Ah, okay.
There's never been a voodoo curse placed on someone that hasn't worked and caused them tremendous turmoil.
Wow.
Orth alleges that Jackson paid $150,000 to a voodoo chief to put a death curse on the legendary director and music mogul, both partners in DreamWorks Studios.
I have no idea what the real connection is other than the fact that Geffen once managed him in the mid-'90s when his career was going down. And he had a number of movie projects he wanted to make with Spielberg that have never materialized.
In the article, Orth also claims that Jackson wears a prosthesis that serves as the tip of his nose.
Oh. I was told by this person who saw him.
It's not a real nose anymore, Terry.
Yeah.
It's a voodoo curse.
How much did he spend?
$150,000. That's the going rate if you really want to get a good voodoo curse going there, Terry.
Jeez.
I mean, you can get a little hack voodoo curse for, I'm sure, pennies. Sure. But you want to go the full spectrum of voodoo.
Yeah.
You got to be willing to pay.
I guess
You can't be cheap. You can't cut corners.
Wow.
Imagine the guy who took that money with a straight face.
Yeah.
There's a homeless guy out there somewhere like, I'd like a house. All right? $150 are being wasted on voodoo curses.
Yeah. Oh, man.
If you're Steven Spielberg, are you scared?
I don't. Well,
all right, $150,000. Yeah. I feel a little pain in my ankle right now. Right.
You never know.
Now, if he's going to get a fake prosthetic nose, is he going to pick one that looks like that? If you're going to pay whatever the cost is to get a fake prosthesis, if you're going to get some kind of nose, as Vanity Fair reports, are you going to get one that looks like it's barely there?
Yeah.
That's what they're saying. That he got some prosthetic nose. And that's the one he chose? Yeah, I'll go with that one, third from the left.
Yeah, right.
Come on.
Jeez.
In the article, Orth also claims that Jackson wears a prosthesis that serves as the tip of his nose.
Oh. I was told by this person who saw him that he really looks like a mummy with just two little nose holes.
That's nice.
Orth also interviewed members of the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office who investigated Jackson in 1993 for child sexual abuse, for which Jackson was never charged.
The music they play in the background.
Who investigated Jackson in 1993 for child sexual abuse, for which Jackson was never charged.
I can't get the music out of my head. Steven Spielberg, it must be the curse. Right. It's coming. Do you get scared, Steven? Have you heard that somebody actually paid? There's a receipt, there's proof that someone put $150,000 down to voodoo curse your ass.
I do get nervous.
That would explain a lot in your life, huh?
Yeah.
Somebody already did.
Some people, it depends upon whether or not you really believe, of course, in that kind of stuff.
Yes.
And
what is the going rate on people that believe now, Terry? What percentage of the world believes in voodoo?
An actual
that
voodoo?
You do? You'd be surprised with how high the figure probably is.
Yeah, I would say you would be very
Hey, man, don't knock the voodoo.
Yeah. Watch out. Pretty soon we're going to have a voodoo priestess calling up going, hey now.
Very strong, very powerful.
Right.
And so is taboo.
There is a certain type of cute, prepubescent 8 to 12-year-olds that he really goes for.
Oh. He has a type. That's good to know. That's what Vanity Fair is also reporting. That Michael Jackson doesn't just go after any 8 to 12-year-olds, so you don't have to lock up your kids.
Right.
Right. He's
He
very
has a
particular.
certain type. Yes.
Yeah, when it comes to 12-year-olds. He's a connoisseur, you know.
Right. That's why Corey Feldman wonders why he never got hit on. Or wasn't Michael Jackson's type.
Oh, God.
But I submit that Corey Feldman is every molester's type.
I'm sure he's happy to hear that.
I don't know, Terry.
So someone's got a Stephen Kilbrethal and they poke the thyroid every day.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe that's why.
And when he started jogging, somebody was messing with his shins.
There you go.
Give him shin splints. He's trying to get in shape. I don't think so. And all for the low, low price of $150,000.
Yeah.
How do you negotiate on that? Michael, I can't do this for any less than $200,000. $100,000. $150,000. Deal.
Yeah,
Are you going to throw in the burning of the feet?
Oh, jeez.
We'll throw in David Geffen. Here you go.
We'll throw in a George Foreman grill. Here you go, Mike. I don't know, man. That's just it's pretty serious.
Yeah, it is. So.
Also pretty serious are the women that are right outside right now in our green room, prepared to try to win themselves some WWF Raw tickets and the lunch with WWE superstars Ivory and Eric Bischoff. They'll be here Saturday, Terry, because that's when tickets for Raw go on sale. The day after WrestleMania, Raw, they don't feel like traveling after WrestleMania. They want to go out. The wrestling superstars. So they're going to stay in Seattle, and they're going to hang out And then they're going to do Raw the next night.
Very
And
cool.
tickets go on sale Saturday. Now, when we give away tickets, and we have tons of Raw tickets now to give away, and not to mention the leftover WrestleMania tickets that we have, anyone could win. And think about it. Even if you're in Monterey, California, if you're in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Dayton, Ohio, you can win the tickets and then sell them on eBay. You know the way the world works these days. Come on.
Right.
Now, a Wayman who is playing against these women who are desperately trying to win these fine prizes, and not only that, but the hope of avoiding finishing in last place, because last place, the last place finisher has really worse than any voodoo curse could ever do you, Terry.
Yeah.
They're going to be caned. Yes. That's all part of the premise of the game that we bring to you, ladies and gentlemen. It's called You Bet Your Ass! Terry?
Yes.
They'll be betting portions of their ass on every question. And the hope was, in bringing this game back to life, is that Wayman will lose.
Oh, that is
yes. I can't lie to you, Terry. And that he'll be caned by this here cane right here. Right in the middle of town square.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure the Wayman has a lot on his mind already, because where was he yesterday afternoon? Why did he have to leave early? Not that we do much after the show. We don't.
Right.
But on occasion, we hang around. Jimmy Fred Wayman says, yeah, I got to get out of here. I got to go to the fill in the blank.
Doctor?
Yeah!
Oh, how could I?
And Terry, it's not like she was here. She leaves at 10:01.
Right.
She just guessed. That's how predictable you are.
What was his ailment this time?
Does it really matter, Terry?
No, I guess
Something must have been aching or hurting him, so he rushes right to the doctor. I'm dying!
After I went to my appointment last week, my doctor said he wanted me to get a bone scan.
Mm-hmm. Because he realizes he's got a cash cow with you. He realizes anything he says to you, you'll do to just make sure you're okay. Doctors sense when there's a patient that just needs to be told he's fine at all times. So why not get a bone scan? Let's check his bone, see why he never grew.
So now, I know you speak for all women, but now you should be able to feel people's pain inside as well. You have that ability. You're that omnipotent. And powerful.
He's on dictionary.com right now.
Yeah. He's studying for the big exam in You Bet Your Ass.
I got to tell you, it feels great to work at a place where your boss wants to see you actually in more pain.
I don't want to see you in pain.
Oh, you said, I want to see you.
I'm trying to rid you of this hypochondriac mindset that you have. I mean, yeah, people get to be hypochondriacs at young ages, old ages, not at your age.
I have pain
You're supposed
every
to feel
day.
invincible.
I can't sit in front of the TV without being uncomfortable in my neck.
So what'd they do to you? How'd they give you a bone scan? What'd they do yesterday?
They give you a needle where dye goes.
You injected
throughout
what?
your system.
You put dye in your system? Yeah,
and then you have to go back 3 hours later, and it's a three-dimensional X-ray system, and then my doctor has to analyze them on Friday.
What 32-year-old, besides him, is getting bone dye put in
people
through
that
their
were in
system?
bad auto accidents, maybe.
2 years ago?
I keep re-aggravating it.
You know, I was in a bad auto accident about 2 years ago, and I haven't gone back to the doctor. Or
I'm sure they were exactly the same. Every audio accident is exactly the same.
You had an audio accident, too?
Yeah, stereo fell on him.
Well, that's very interesting. So you had bone dye, you had dye put throughout your entire being, and then 3 hours later, you showed up again, they did a bone scan.
Yes.
And what did they discover? That the neck bone was connected to the arm bone?
I won't know until Friday.
That's nice.
So how long?
I'll be waiting.
So the blue dye just goes out of you?
He's walking around town with blue dye racing through his system. Yeah, can I have a latte?
He's like one of those little things you put in your toilet to make the water blue. That's what he's like.
You are now the equivalent of the Tidy Bowl Man.
So when will we know the results?
When will you know your bone scan results?
On Friday.
Are you nervous?
I actually would like there to be something wrong with me so they can actually fix it.
So you're rooting for a problem.
No, because I keep having these injuries and it's not going away.
So did you pee blue last night?
I did not.
Do you have blue dye still in your system right now, to your knowledge?
I'm not sure.
How do they inject the blue dye? They put it, what, up your butt?
No, it's just a needle.
Little enema?
Just like you're giving blood.
Blue fluid up your ass or what?
Just like you're giving blood.
They put it in your arm?
They put it in your veins? That's attractive.
Yeah.
I'll take a pass on that.
Yes. I'd rather be in immense pain.
Thank you. So would I.
It's not if having blue dye running through my system.
Immense pain.
What's that?
I'm in immense pain every day working with you
Is
guys.
that
who
right?
Continue to belittle me.
It's not about belittling. We're trying to show you how
just said you
ridiculous
want me
this
to
is.
lose so I could get hit and hurt.
That's right!
It's for the proper motivation for you to win.
It's tough love.
Tough love would be you sitting on me, Scott.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, and blue dye squirting everywhere.
Now, did you tell your doctor you play basketball every week and that you play in flag football leagues? And,
I've been
if it
able
hurts
to
you to
deal
watch,
with the pain better because I'm more used to it now.
but if it hurts you to watch TV, why would you even consider playing sports?
Because I need that competitiveness in my life.
So you'd rather do that than actually get healthy?
I don't know if it's making it any worse.
So what will you be going to the doctor for next week?
I don't have a doctor's appointment next week.
Well, that's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Something's going to hurt him. Something's going to hurt him over the weekend. I better go to the doctor and check that out.
All right, I'm going to fall on him.
Right.
He'll have another audio accident. His Walkman will fall on his toe.
Every audio accident is different.
Right.
By the end of the week, the receptionist will call him, Weeman, you never came in.
Terry, as we make the final preparations for You Bet Your Ass, and we get all our questions, it is a trivia game, Terry.
Yes.
Where you can pot your ass.
I'd like to bet this.
Yes, T-Man, I'm ready to pot my ass. I'm going for it all. Yes, that's the beauty of the game, Terry. Maybe someone gets bold enough to pot their entire ass, and then the game can end right there.
It sure could.
Then we have our loser, at least. Because if you pot your ass and lose, you're out of ass. And you're out of the competition, and you will be caned.
Yes.
Now, just as easily as women could get caned, one of those women out there could be the loser.
Mm-hmm.
And they will get their ass whacked multiple times by this here cane. Right there.
Yeah.
Right
Okay.
there. Right there.
Jeez. Easy.
Ow, the blue dye. Ow.
Oh, my goodness.
So, we will wait and see how this all turns out. Somebody will win, somebody will lose, and somebody will walk away with neither. Winning or losing. That's pretty much a win.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Now, so we have time for a quick story. Real quick, Terry. None of your magazine articles.
Okay.
Just give me something real quick. What do you got?
Well,
we're out of time.
A story out of Huntington, New York, where two New York women who were unaware that they were dating the same man, well, they found out about each other, and so they decided to take it out, rather on each other, on the man's car.
Yes.
So they did over $800 worth of damage to the gentleman's car.
Oh, that's out of Huntington, New York,
Yes.
Terry? That's also out of every other city in this country. That's news. Two women found out that they were sleeping with the same guy.
Yep.
And they decided to attack his property.
Yep.
And that's out of Huntington, New York.
Yeah,
Well, that's interesting, Terry.
got a story.
This just in, out of every other city in the country, it's happening there as well. That's unique. That's news. You only had time for a quick story.
Yes, I did.
All right.
Okay.
Stephen, does that sound like news to you?
Well, you know.
I know it's never happened to you because you're a good guy.
Our research crew is lacking here with a quick story, so.
Stephen would never date two women, you're right, at the same
The
time.
moral of the story is get underground parking.
Yeah, right.
In a secure building.
Yeah, your car's accessible.
Yes.
It's your fault.
Absolutely. That's the best story.
Well, I can give you
$800 in damage?
Yeah.
You got off easy, Terry.
Well, you're probably right with that, but still.
He's a gay phone operator.
Lord.
He's so gay.
Sure.
He's so phone operator. And now, here's Gay. A good morning.
Gay's car is so secure, he never even touches it. Gay! We ask you one final time. Are you going to be doing the caning of the person that probably is the most, I don't think even hate your pappy as much as you hate Jimmy Fred Weeman at this point in your life. Is that fair to say or no?
I will always hate my father more.
Well, you can pretend Weeman is your father when you're whipping his ass. We're offering you the role of caner.
In the event Jimmy loses.
Yes. Is that something you want, or should we pass it on to somebody else?
I'll do it.
Yeah, I bet he will.
On the week, his employment insurance is running out. Are you kidding? You know, there's a little bit of aggression in that 300-some-odd-pound body.
Sure,
Gotta give him some notice so we can get dressed, though. Give him a good half hour.
Yeah,
I'm giving you notice,
I'm
kid.
over 400, so,
What's that now?
let me put my weight into it.
For the first time, he's happy to be fat.
Now, why do you sound so down and out when you should be so cheery this week?
Why should I be cheering?
Because you finally are off the government-assisted aid, and you get out and make your own foundation in life.
Yay!
Yeah, I'm excited.
Now, the only question is where you'll be putting your hands in the sand and building this foundation?
I have no idea.
Oh, wave came in. Screwed the whole sandcastle up.
Well, are we closer to finding a little plot of land where you will call the workplace?
No.
Huh?
Still haven't gotten any replies.
You keep getting rejected.
Well, I haven't been rejected. I just haven't gotten any replies.
All right. There's your update, ladies and gentlemen.
You follow up and everything, though, right?
Yeah, I do.
You bring cakes, that kind of thing?
Why do you have to do that?
All right, let's not.
Let's not.
We have other things to do. Gay, what are your plan? What's your goal today? Every day should have a goal now. What's your goal?
God, you're not my motivational
Oh.
speaker. I don't need that crap.
You need somebody to get your ass kick-started, do you think, or no? No? Okay.
His motivation today is getting that cane in hand, I think.
There you go.
I mean, think about what you can do with $150,000. There are people that can put voodoo curses on anyone you want. That should be incentive.
Booga, there,
Oh,
you got a curse.
And it cost you nothing.
Well, I think he's going to send me a bill for $150,000.
The T-Man.
This will be the high point of my day. It's all downhill from here.
It's the Cube 93.
Ah, it is that time, don't you know? Ladies and gentlemen, you have tuned in for a very special moment. It's the game that everybody knows and everybody loves. It's You Bet Your Ass! Somebody's ass is going to be severely hurt. Somebody's ass is going to be the butt of jokes. Because everyone's ass is on the line in the game known as You Bet Your Ass. It's sweeping the nation!
Oh, yeah.
It's capturing the hearts of America!
Including mine.
There's proof right there!
That's two of us.
And let us, without further ado, well, I should also say somebody is going to win those WWE very valuable prizes. A lunch with Ivory and Eric Bischoff this Saturday at the Space Needle and Monday Night Raw tickets. Let's meet our contestants right now without any further ado. She's Tia. She's 24. She's married with 3 kids.
Yay.
And yet, look at her body.
Yeah, she looks great.
See, they look like a couple of cute little smart girls in here.
Cute little
They're the kind of ladies I would have cheated off in college, Terry.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Just hot enough to maybe have over.
Nice.
Hot enough that if they wanted you to do something for them, which never happened for me,
Right.
you would be more than willing.
Yes.
Okay.
And they look smart. This is a smart look about them. They look focused. They look like they're concentrating at all times.
Go, lady.
I've never mastered that look, but yet I can spot it a mile away.
Okay.
Tia, 3 kids came out of that body, huh? Mm-hmm. And yet you're not a pound overweight. Interesting. You gonna say anything?
No.
You happy to be here? You excited?
I'm very excited to be here. I want to do this for my husband.
For your husband.
Oh,
he
that's
very much
sweet.
wants to go to that lunch. Is the lunch more important or the tickets to Raw more important or both?
I think both are important.
Both. He wants to sit down with Ivory, with Eric Bischoff. He's a big wrestling fan.
Humongous.
And he wants to ask all the questions that have ever been in his head. Is that it?
I'm sure.
He'll be kicked out in 5 minutes. Anyway.
Hey, Eric, remember when you and Ric Flair were in the ring that one time?
Yeah, whatever. So you're excited to be here. You feel very comfortable, and you know your ass is on the line. You know if you lose that you will be whipped with this rattan cane right here.
Yes, I do.
In the ass region. Your husband knows that as well.
Yes.
It's not going to be embarrassing to him to hear his wife having her ass whipped because she's a loser on this program.
No, he knows I love him enough to be here to put my ass on the line.
Well, that's
You're gonna
wonderful.
go down trying.
Yeah, definitely.
In a blaze of glory. And our next contestant is Reagan. Is that how you pronounce it, Reagan?
Yep.
Ah, it's a cute name. Cute girl again, Terry.
Yes.
Let's see what we have here. A student at the University of Washington, majoring in mathematical economics.
Wow.
Somebody
Now,
has
that's
to,
a
right?
Smart girl.
Jeez.
She has a serious man in her life, but no kids, and is unmarried.
Okay.
She's very good at trivia, from what her biography says here. And you're here. Are you also here on behalf of your boyfriend to win these fine WWE prizes for him?
Yes.
It's more for him than you.
Yes.
You're a very
I just
giving.
wanted to come down. I forgot what I was even playing for. I just wanted to be here.
You're a very giving girlfriend. Is that what it is?
I am.
Do you cheat on your boyfriend?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you will now. After a good ass whipping, everyone falls into line.
The taste of the limelight today.
That was what happens if I lost.
Oh, wow.
Well, you're okay. You're saying right now, should you be the loser, should you lose all your ass in the game known as You Bet Your Ass?
Yes.
You will be whipped with this rattan cane right here.
Yes.
Wow. We met our first two contestants.
Yay.
We met Tia.
Woohoo.
We met Reagan.
Yes.
Let's let him out of his little glass cage.
Oh, we get to meet our third contestant,
Well, our third contestant is here by virtue of Hotshot's dramatic win yesterday in dog food roulette.
Way to go, Hotshot.
That, in turn, put this man's, not Pokemon Man, but man nonetheless, his ass is on the line, Terry, too.
Yes.
For he will be whipped. And if he should lose, the deal is we take him to the town square, Terry.
Uh-huh.
Wherever we decide the town square is.
Yes.
We don't even know.
That's really sad.
We'll decide if he loses, and we whip him with a rattan cane in front of anyone who's willing to view.
I'm sure lots of people will be with you.
But let's describe our third contestant. He's a disgruntled executive producer of a very successful radio show. He stands at 5'4", plays point guard in a lot of pickup games, dribbles the ball above his head. From the streets of Philadelphia, after majoring in communications, hoping to one day make it big in the entertainment industry at Syracuse, New York, only to have his dreams squashed. He is Jimmy Fred Weaver.
The hometown favorite.
Yes.
And you as well know what you're getting in for, right? If you win, all you do is prove how bright you are. And if you lose, you know what's at stake here.
I do.
You're
My
betting your ass.
He is betting his ass.
And that's how you play the game.
Yes.
You bet your ass! Let's go over the rules real quick.
All righty.
We'll be asking our three contestants trivia questions. We'll give them a category, and then they'll have a chance to wager, Terry.
Okay.
And they can wager either 1/4, 1/2, or all of their ass.
All righty.
If they bet all their ass and they miss the question, Terry,
Yes.
they're immediately deemed the loser. And you know what the loser has in store for them.
Yes.
So you may want to be conservative. You may want to think through how much you want to bet on each category. The one who accumulates the most ass when our time is up will be announced the winner.
And that person was always the winner in college, too.
Right. When we get through all the questions we have, or we're just pressed for time, we will announce the winner. Or when someone just gets so ahead that they can't be caught because they've accumulated so much ass.
Wow.
All in the game. You bet your ass.
That's the only reason we do this game is just so you can say that, right?
How much ass do they
I
start
can't
with?
think of any other. Everyone starts with one full ass.
One full ass.
Yes. And without further ado,
Can I ask a few questions, T-Man?
we have questions. What are your questions? Yes.
I have a couple rule questions. The
All
first
right.
question is it like a game of baseball where you get your last chance? Like, let's say,
We'll make them up as we go along. How about that? Other than the rules I just described, I think it's pretty fair. Don't you think?
well, you'll keep asking questions till I lose.
No.
Okay.
There's like 3 rounds or 2 rounds.
We'll
something,
have
right?
like 3 or 4 rounds.
I'm very nervous. I don't know why.
If you're leading after 3, 4, maybe 5 rounds tops, you'll be announced the winner.
Okay.
We're not out to screw you.
Nobody is, trust me.
Yeah, no kidding.
Every weekend you find that out the hard way.
We let the ladies go first with the
Yes.
first question?
Sure.
Who wants to go first between Tia and Reagan?
Didn't we have a coin toss before the
We
show?
had a coin toss,
Yeah.
before the program, and Tia was the winner of the coin toss.
Go,
If you will
Tia.
step to the microphone, I will ask you, let's see what the category is. The category is literature. How much of your ass do you want to bet? 1/4 of your ass? Half your ass? Or all of your ass? Are you ready to pot your ass right now?
No, I'll just bet 1/4.
1/4 of her ass is on the line. And the question is... Question is... Let me change the music here for a second.
Okay.
It's too dramatic right there. Okay.
This is better.
Yeah.
Some of them really freak them out.
What trilogy was Book of the Millennium in the Amazon.com readers poll? What trilogy was announced Book of the millennium. Look at the Weeman, know it all,
Jeez.
raising his stupid little hand. On the Amazon.com readers poll,
Is it the Lord of the Rings trilogy?
was it Lord of the Rings? Mark on the scorecards that Tia now has 1 full and 1/4 ass. 1 1/4 is worth of ass.
I hope my first question's that easy.
Next up is Reagan. Please step forward, Reagan.
Yes.
The category is fashion.
Oh.
Fashion not your strong point?
I don't know.
Do you want to bet 1/4, 1/2, or all of your ass?
1/4.
1/4. Trying to keep pace with Tia. The question is, in the fashion world, what is a mule?
It's a shoe.
What type of shoe? I need more specifics.
It doesn't have a back.
Is it a shoe without a back? Wait a minute.
I didn't know that one.
The ladies have answered their first questions correctly, but because of their conservative betting, you have a chance to take a lead here.
Yes.
And the category is...
Pot it, come on.
The category is, before he wagers, dwarfs and little people.
Jeez.
I think I'll just bet 1/4 of my
Quarter of his ass, trying to keep pace. For 1/4 of your ass.
Dwarfs and little people.
What's the maximum height for competitors in the World Dwarf Games?
4'6".
Is it 4'6"? The correct answer is 4'10". That means you could apply. He's getting really upset.
Yes, he is. Pissed off.
Look at his face. He doesn't feel already that this is fair. That's as random a trivia question as any that they got. Back to, well, you got a problem with that?
See, if he would have won the coin toss, he would have had the Lord of the Rings question.
Mm-hmm. By virtue of you, yes, losing in the numbers we drew backstage. Oh, what was it? The coin cost, right? Is it Tia?
Yes.
Yes, you have 1 1/4 worth of ass. How much of that are you willing to risk on the category of NASA? NASA.
Wow.
I'll just bet 1/4.
1/4. Okay. She's trying to accumulate ass little by little, Terry.
Yes, she is.
That's what I've tried all my life. For 1/4 worth of ass, who is the only woman on the 13-member panel appointed to investigate the ongoing Challenger disaster investigation? Or the Challenger is the one that happened years ago, right? Okay, yeah. The completed Challenger investigation. I'm sure it's not ongoing anymore, right? Okay.
Well, at the time, it was an investigation.
Back in, you remember 86?
Yes. I was very devastated.
Okay, I'm sure you were.
I was. I had posters up. I
Nobody cares.
Sure.
Who was the only woman on the 13-member panel appointed to investigate the Challenger disaster?
I have no idea, but I'm going to say Nancy Reagan.
Is it Nancy Reagan? Oh. It was Sally Ride. And you know why Sally Ride makes sense? First woman in space didn't? Okay, never mind.
She's the only one we know.
Anyway, you're back to 1 full ass. You've lost 1/4's worth of ass. And you are currently in second place. All right, we have our leader now, Reagan, who has 1 1/4 ass.
Right.
And the category is nutrition. How much ass do you want to risk there, Reagan?
We'll stick with the conservative, 1/4.
1/4's worth of ass. No one really willing to step out there and pop their ass. But if you find yourself down to 1/4 ass, you have no choice but to pop. Anyway, here's your question. Which contains the most calories? A gram of carbs, a gram of fat, or a gram of protein? Wow, the drama builds.
They're all the same.
Is that your answer?
Yes.
Are they all the same? Oh! A gram of fat contains, she thought it was a trick question, the most calories. Wait a minute.
1/4.
We haven't even given you your category yet.
Philadelphia 76ers. Oh, shoot, I should have gone more.
Wait till you hear your category, but by virtue of their now missing the last 2 questions, you're still in the running here. Very much so, very much in the thick of it.
I feel like
Each lady has 1 full ass. You have 3/4 worth of ass. And the category is hair loss.
Oh, jeez.
Hair loss.
quarter.
1/4 worth of ass. How we doing on time?
We're all right.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, sure we are.
The question is, see, when Weeman's not in charge, we're always all right. How many of every 20 cases of hair loss are due to causes other than genetics, according to the American Hair Loss Council? How many of every 20 cases of hair loss? You should be more well-versed on this than anyone.
Are you kidding me?
We're giving you categories that are right up your alley. How many of every 20 cases of hair loss
You hear them back there saying how much hair I have.
are due to causes other than genetics, according to the American Hair Loss Council?
So what percentage?
Just how many out of every 20? Yes.
5.
Is the answer 5?
5% chance of getting that right. That's an impossible question.
Should have given him at least within
so
1.
Ridiculous, this contest.
Within 1 or something
Impossible
like that.
question.
He's down to
You
half
gave
an
her.
ass.
She had a 33% chance. You gave her 3 answers. She
You
had to
got
choose
it
one
wrong!
of them. So what? Give me something that I have a 33% chance. I have a 5% chance of getting that right.
Tia,
The Sally Ride one, she had 0% because there was no multiple choice.
step up to the microphone.
At least 1 in 20.
You currently have 1 full ass. Somebody has to take charge if they want to win these fine prizes. And the category is pop music. How much ass are you willing to wager here?
We even pulled the plug on the music. He's so pissed.
I have to be conservative with the quarter. I'm
Quarter ass.
sorry.
Okay.
What group, musical group of course, smashed NSYNC's record for most CD sales in a week in 2000, the year 2000? Remember back, way back to the year 2000. A group came along that year and smashed NSYNC's
And it
record for most CD sales in a week. What group was that?
It was a group. It wasn't a single.
It was a group.
Dixie Chicks.
Was it the Dixie Chicks? I'm sorry, it was the Beatles. The Beatles came along in 2000, and I guess, album 1 came along and smashed.
Yeah.
NSYNC's
She
record.
bought it.
She's talking about how she bought it, and she didn't get it. Maybe you've heard of them? Yes, the Beatles. They're catching up. You are now again in the lead. No one has answered a question right in some time. Reagan is at the microphone. How you doing there, Reagan, in the lead?
Great.
Mm-hmm. The category is cooking. Cooking. Cooking.
How many more rounds do we have left?
Until somebody starts to get somewhere, we'll have a few more. We'll run out of time. How much time we got left, would you say? 10 minutes? Less? All right. Time is running short. Half a round on cooking. The question is, how many ounces are in a Starbucks Grand Latte? Grande? Yes. Yes.
16.
Is it 16 ounces? You now have how much ass?
She has 1.5.
1.5 worth of ass. Jimmy Fred Weeman, you have half an ass.
Should I just go to the town center now? I mean, I don't even feel like playing this game anymore. It's such a farce.
And it's not a farce.
It is a. Come on,
You're
didn't
just
know that coffee
losing.
one.
Dwarfs and short people. Yes, I did. Dwarfs and short people.
You did not know that coffee one because you
People
braid
that
your
are
hair.
losing their hair. You got your laughs, you got your kicks. I'll go out to town center. You can whip my ass. I'll take it like a man. We'll move on. Is that? I'll go right now. That's fine. I don't even have to answer this question. If that makes you happy, I'll go right now.
The category is successful fat women. You know, you very much are adored with successful fat women, I'm sure, there. The question, how much of your ass are you willing to
Just
risk?
get it over with so I can get out there, get my ass whipped, move on.
You potting it?
You're potting your ass?
He's all in.
I just want this
He's
to end.
all
He's
in,
all
ladies
in.
and gentlemen.
Wow.
Just the Weeman is all in.
Here comes the flop.
Because he's only got a half, right?
Here's the question. What Emmy winner penned the inspirational autobiography entitled Wake Up, I'm Fat?
Cameron Manheim.
Ooh, is it Cameron Manheim? Oh, now he's all happy. Look at the big smile on his face.
I thought you wanted to go to Town Square. Why don't you head out?
Yeah, why don't you head out to Town Square? You've given up. You waved the white flag. It's so unfair.
He's got a full ass now.
Second place.
Yes, he is.
Tia, you now are in last place.
He's sweating for him here.
The category is the Oscars. The Oscars. How much ass does she have to wager?
3/4.
You got 3/4 of your ass, but you're trailing
Yes.
by 3/4 of an ass. How much ass are you willing to wager there, Tia?
Guess I'm gonna have to go half.
Half her ass is on the line.
Ooh.
How many Oscars did The Color Purple win?
Oh, God.
From the 11 nominations it received. How many Oscars did The Color Purple win from its 11 nominations? Waiting on an answer, Tia.
Five.
Was it 5?
Down to a quarter ass.
It was 0. And everyone behind you was flashing fingers. They all got it wrong. Shows how hard the questions can be for everyone, you sniveling whiner. Reagan, you're in the lead.
Yep.
It's going to be interesting to see what your strategy is. The question, the category is entertainment. Entertainment.
Half an ass.
She's got more than plenty.
Throwing ass around.
Yeah, right.
Who are the current hosts of Good Morning America?
Katie Couric and Matt Lauer.
And the Katie Couric and Matt Lauer. That'd be the Today Show. We asked for Good Morning America. It's Diane Sawyer and Charlie Gibson, yes.
Weeman has to answer them all.
It
in the
has to be a
background.
know-it-all in the background.
Does it so well.
Mm-hmm.
He's tied for first place.
Yes, he is.
Amen. You are tied for first place. You could win this competition. Why don't you pot the ass right now? How much ass are you willing to bet? Category is... Let's see here.
At random, of course.
Right.
Stuck in the hat. Hang on, Steven. Stuck in the hopper. The hopper's not turning yet.
We did dwarf and little people.
Yes.
The category is
disgruntled employees?
women's rights. Women's rights. You're very big on that, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
How much ass are you willing to wager in women's rights? We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Quarter. He doesn't want his ass whipped.
Sure doesn't.
You're not willing to give it up again?
Question is, what European nation changed its constitution to grant women equal rights in 1991? We need an answer.
I have a question for you. No.
Answer the question. It's self-explanatory, the question. What European nation changed its constitution to grant women equal rights in 1991?
Russia/USSR. Soviet Union.
Is it the Soviet Union or former Soviet Union? I'm sorry, it's Belgium. Always knew they would waffle. Belgium. What's the current score? How much ass does each one have? Real quick.
Jimmy Fred Weeman, 3 1/4. Tia, 1.
Wait, 3 1/4,
I'm sorry.
3/4.
Jimmy Fred Weeman, 3/4.
Right.
Tia, 1/4. Reagan with 1 in the lead.
Reagan's winning.
Steven's dickhead has 3.
This is our last round. This is our final round where you have to bet a minimum of half an ass. You only have a
Well, she
quarter.
only has a quarter.
Okay. You can only bet a quarter. And you got to hope everyone else misses.
I know.
And then we'll have a final round. So you're betting a quarter. And the category is... health. Health is the category. And the question is... folic acid is considered what grouping of vitamin? Where is it grouped into? Folic acid. What vitamin? There are only so many you can choose from.
I don't really understand. Like
what vitamin is
A,
folic
B, C.
acid considered? Yes.
Correct.
Oh my god, my husband's killing me right now. He knows every vitamin in the world.
geez.
I never pay attention.
I need an answer.
Okay.
You can't phone a friend. Hurry, please.
I don't know.
There's the vitamin.
Okay, but B.
Yes. I mean, is it right? You have half an ounce. You still have a shot in this game.
Oh, my God.
Reagan, to the microphone. The category is... cooking. I did that one?
Yes.
Damn it.
Throw it away. Get it away from you.
Literature, did that?
Yes.
History.
Oh, there we go.
Yes. History. How much ass? You have to bet at least half.
She's got a full ass right now.
You have to bet at least half.
I bet a quarter. Okay,
Well,
fine. I bet half
she
an
only
ass,
had a
then.
quarter, half an ass. Who was the only U.S. network news anchor on the scene when the Berlin Wall came down on November 9th, 1989? Who was the only anchor there?
Dan Rather.
Was it Ted Rather? Was Tom Brokaw.
Women's in first place.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
he
is.
is.
What does he have?
Three-quarter.
Quarter.
He could lose right here.
I thought there was a final round.
You have to bet, no, you have to bet half
Yeah,
your
but then you
ass.
said there was a final round.
No, I did not. I said if someone ties, there's a final round. But you're either going to win or lose it all right here. On this question, you'll either win it all
So this is definitely the last round.
or lose it all.
Last question, I think, right?
This is definitely the last question. Then I might as well bet
Last
it all.
question, unless he loses it. And then all you got to do is bet half the ass. And you'll either win it all or be the loser. This is drama at its finest.
Yeah, it is.
And the question is...
Impossible.
Well, let me give you the category. Category is semi-successful fat women.
Semi-successful.
Terry Free.
For the win. Oh, man. Is that your answer?
No.
For the win or the loss. What cosmetics company rescinded its job offer to Monica Lewinsky once the Clinton sex scandal broke? What cosmetics company rescinded its job offer to Monica Lewinsky once the Clinton sex scandal broke? Fair question. Waiting on an answer. Will you be caned or will you be carried out of the studio the victor?
Can I please hear the question one more time?
What cosmetics company rescinded its job offer to Monica Lewinsky once the Clinton sex scandal broke? Once it became worldwide news.
Got one or two guesses, so I'll say Revlon.
Is it Revlon?
Now, who's the loser? We got one last question for these two?
That's right. But the fact that women's the winner makes the game over. Is my... We have to find the winner. We're going to have a toss-up question. You guys going to raise your hand, whoever knows this question. If you answer wrong, you lose. If you answer right, you win. Both step to the microphone. The category is... Yeah.
Okay.
Diseases.
Oh, jeez.
And it's a multiple-choice question. And the three possible answers I'm going to give you, one is correct. Don't go off the board. What is the most common blood-borne chronic viral infection in the United States? Is it HIV? Is it hepatitis C? Or is it malaria? Raise your hand if you know. I saw the hand raised first. You can either win it or lose it right here. What is it, Tia?
Oh, hepatitis.
Say it like you mean it. What is it?
Hepatitis.
Hepatitis C.
C.
Is it hepatitis C? We have our winner, Tia.
Way to go, Tia.
She's going to have lunch with her husband or boyfriend.
My husband.
Your husband
All
and
right.
you are going to meet with
Ivory
Ivory and
and
all those
Bishop.
friggin' people. You're going to Raw.
Woo!
And oh, Reagan. You're a cute little thing, aren't you? Perky little boobies.
What you get for being conservative on your bets, man? She was doing
You were
good.
too conservative. You were in the lead. You tried to hold on to your lead, and look where you are now.
I know. She wanted it
Moments
more.
away from being caned.
Should have potted it.
When we get back, we'll be potting it on your ass. Wayman's off the hook. Tia's the winner. Thanks for joining us on You Bet Your Ass!
The T-Man.
She was beautiful. She was young. She was innocent. She was the greatest piece of ass I've ever had, and I've had them all over the world.
Here we have cute little Reagan, 22-year-old, about to graduate from UW, mathematical engineering student. What could you possibly do with a mathematic engineering degree? Nothing today. It's not going to save your ass, is it? You do the math. Here you sit, owing to society for losing poorly after you had pretty much secured the game. It was in the bag. And you got conservative.
I did.
Shame. And now you owe us. Now you owe us 8 lashes on that precious mathematical engineering ass of yours from this here rattan cane.
Ouch.
But it should have been the Weeman. And look who showed up. Look who's here all excited, or was excited.
I was excited.
Why are you here?
I was hoping the ignorant prick would lose. I'm tired of him. I'm tired of him judging everybody else and thinking he knows everything when he doesn't.
Right. So you expected him to lose?
I was hoping.
He was on the verge of losing. Does he know how just whiny he actually sounds? Does he know what a loser he sounds like? Did he hear himself? I could roll back the tape and play. He should actually hear how he sounds.
People say I'm whiny. God.
He should hear how sniveling and just taking my ball and going home
I quit.
kind of sounds that he has in him. Roll back the tape. I'm gonna play you now what you sounded like in the last segment when you were ready to give up. When basically I could have said, okay, fine, if you're giving up, you're throwing in the towel, we'll take you down. You could have been being whipped right now as we speak. Because you're a sniveling whiner.
I'm surprised Gay found some clean clothes in that messy apartment of his.
Oh, man.
Let's play. Let me play for you. You give me your analysis of how you sound when you are about to quit the game. All right? You tell me how this sounds to you. You tell me this doesn't sound like the tone of a loser. Jimmy Fred Wayman, you have half an ass.
Should I just go to the town center now? I mean, I don't even feel like playing this game anymore. It's such a farce.
It is not a farce.
It is a... Come on.
You're just losing.
Dwarfs and short people. Yes, I did. Dwarfs and short people.
You did not know that coffee one came
People
right in
that
your
are
hand.
losing their hair. You got your laughs. You got your kicks. I'll go out to town center. You can whip my ass. I'll take it like a man. We'll move on.
I could have said right there, okay. That's fine. Are you proud of that? Huh?
I sound a little whiny. I just feel like sometimes everything is stacked up against me.
Right.
And
your whole perspective on life would be different if you were a normal-sized man.
You think so?
Your whole personality would be different if you were 5'10" or above. Even 5'8".
You don't know how to take anything like a man.
Personality. Actually, we should force the Wayman into at least getting 1 lash for being a pussy. He should have to get 1 lash from the cane, even though he technically is off the hook. You should take that like a man. 1 lash. Everyone could deal with 1 lash. Reagan here has to get 8 lashes.
From who?
I don't know yet. Let's deal with Reagan.
Who would have thought that fat women would have saved women?
No kidding.
Obviously, gay phone operator came down this morning for a reason. He should be the one to get that 1 lash for you being a pussy.
No, I wouldn't give him the satisfaction. He doesn't deserve it because he yells at me and rips me. I don't have an open mic. He gets on the phone, rips me, and then you put me on to comment on his negative comments towards me. Same thing with Terry.
That's right. You don't have an open mic. What's that now? What do we say?
Same thing, Terry.
Right.
Exact. Terry.
You tried to time it.
Reagan, how big are you? What are you? 5'6" there? What are you stacking out at here?
5'5".
5'6", 5'5". What do you weigh there, kid?
125.
125. All put together. Cute little B, maybe C cup. She's stretching out to. I'd say more of a B. Is it a B cup? It's a B cup.
Give her a B+.
Well, Reagan, unfortunately, you know why you're still here in the studio.
I do.
It's a damn shame that you had to go on and lose. And you have a a boyfriend who is he a fiance? Is he a boyfriend? What is he? A fiance. Do you have a date set for a wedding?
August 22nd.
Ah, well, we can videotape this. You can play it at the big reception.
That'll be a big hit.
Yeah, does that sound nice?
Yes.
Is your fiance? Is he at work yet? Is he in town? What does he do?
He is an Audi mechanic at Barrier.
Mm-hmm. He
Is
works
it
on
cute?
Audis.
Yes.
I gotta ask.
And what can we contact him? What can we do?
We can sure try, yeah.
Okay. I think he should be contacted while you're on the slab.
I think that would be great.
Slab.
Can you write down his number, please?
I can.
Can you prepare the slab, Terry?
I'll get the slab all prepared.
You should explain to him that she had the most ass in the history of the game, too.
Right.
At one point.
I've only played the game once.
Yeah.
Or twice. What's his name?
Dave.
Okay, let's go, Davey, baby. Why don't you assume the position over the slab here, if you will? Actually, maybe you should stay by the microphone and say good morning to your fiance who you're marrying in August.
I can't even hear, no.
Oh, yeah, we should probably get headphones
Can
for
I
her,
get some headphones?
Talk about some body work. On his favorite Audi. Talk about a tune-up. Is he going to answer the phone? I got to ask for him.
No, it's his cell phone.
Hello?
Hey, Dave.
Yes.
How you doing? This is T-Man. We're on the air right now, and I have your fiance here in the studio.
She's pretty cute, huh, T-Man?
She's fine. She's doing just fine there, kid. Hey, listen, I don't know if you were listening. I don't know if you're in, where is he?
He's out of town right now.
He is out of town.
Mm-hmm.
He's where?
In California.
In California. What part of California?
Beautiful Ontario.
Ontario, California?
Yeah.
Is that in an area we could be heard or no? I don't know. Anyway.
Maybe. It's 40 miles from L.A.
Anyway, that he probably won't be able to hear the station there right now. Dave, your fiance put her ass on the line in the game called You Bet Your Ass, and I know you know she's a bright lady. She's a mathematical engineer at the University of Washington. However, after leading the pack, she got conservative with her wagers and now stands before us owing society. You know what that means, Dave? That means over the next number of minutes, we're going to spend time here in the studio whipping the crap out of your fiance's ass with a rattan cane.
All right.
He's all for it.
Thanks, honey.
You humpity hot Cali girls this week there, Dave?
2 or 3.
Oh, jeez.
He's in school down there? I thought he was an Audi mechanic.
He just takes a 2-day class. He's learning about brakes.
Oh, so he's just there for a couple of days.
He comes home tonight.
It's good to know they take a class for 2 days to replace brakes.
Right. He comes home tonight with a lot of secrets. Dave?
Yes.
You been sticking to the work down there?
Sure have.
All right. Well, it's time now to, and you'll have to sit by and listen, Dave, because you knew that your fiance was getting involved in this, right?
Yep.
Well, she lost, Dave.
Well, let's do this.
Mm-hmm. Well, then get over here and assume the position. She's getting all foamy in the mouth. You hear her?
Nice.
Does she foam at the mouth a lot, Dave?
Occasionally.
Well, we will take turns, I believe, on this this loser's ass in the game You Bet Your Ass, and we will whack away. Why don't we line up? Terry, you want to take the second shot?
Sure.
Oh, you feeling sympathetic, Terry?
Yeah.
Why should you? She's the loser.
I know, but still.
Reagan lost.
I understand, but...
Hot shot?
Oh, I'm in.
You want thirdsies?
Yeah, thirdsies.
Thirdsies.
Normally I don't, but for this I'm okay with thirdsies.
Should we give the women a shot at this or no?
No.
No, why?
Because...
He did beat her.
I know, but he was
he
in
doesn't
the
get to beat her?
competition.
Yeah, right.
Assume the position, please.
Oh.
And tell me how much you love it. All right? Because here is. Wow.
Oh.
Hey, last words there, Dave?
No, I'm just hanging here and enjoying myself.
Preparing my cane.
Dave.
This is no joke. This is no, like, radio little theater of the mind that a lot of people do, I guess, in this business. She's getting her ass whacked. All right? And you may say to her later, did they really do it? Yeah, they really did it. She's getting her ass whacked, and she's in the position right now. And you know what? She looks pretty damn good. I'm sure you've seen this position before, right, Dave?
Oh.
Once or twice.
Well, I don't know if you've ever caned your fiance before, Dave, but I'll have to be the first. Any last words from Dave?
No. Let's do
Any
it.
last... Reagan, any last words before you deal with your punishment for losing and You Bet Your Ass?
Nope.
You're not even going to tell your fiance you love her and, oh, honey, I'll take care of you when I get home?
How can I tell her I love her when I got a hot blonde next to me right now?
Thanks for doing this to try to get me tickets.
Yeah, come on,
Yeah, she
Dave.
said she did this for you, dude, and now her ass is sitting here exposed.
And you don't even care about her.
And she's on a slab.
Man, are you sure you want to marry him?
I'm very sure.
Oh, jeez. Let's see if you're sure if you get this. Oh, man. How'd that feel? That's lash number 1, and that wasn't even very hard.
That wasn't that bad.
She chokes it out.
How much do you love her now, Dave, when she gets this? Do you love her now? You're laughing still. She laughs at pain.
She's welling up, though, in the eyes. She's trying to be tough.
Really?
Yeah. She's trying to be tough.
Which one hurt more, 1 or 2?
They're about the same.
How about compared with 3?
Oh, my God. 3 was the best.
The best in terms of what? The most pain or the most satisfaction?
The most satisfaction.
All right, she's really going to get it now.
Wow, it sounds like she's getting more satisfaction out of the you caning her than she does her fiance.
Oh, she's starting to piss me off, Terry.
Oh, is she?
You know what? You better bend over a little bit more. There you go. Stick it out there. Stick it out, kid. Smile for the camera.
That was a good one.
Dave, I plan to wrap up this stick, this rattan cane, and give it to you as a wedding gift. Is that okay?
That's nice.
She's gotten 4.
That last one stung.
The last one
it
was
did.
a little high, kind of tailbone-ish.
Oh.
The last one sting there, kid?
Oh, yeah.
Hot shot.
That wasn't even the ass. That was like tailbone
No, that was
status.
the ass. It was all on the ass. She's got some decent for, what'd you say, 5'5", 125? She's got some padding back there. She's all right. She's got a nice ass. I mean, she was with a nice ass. Now I don't know what that thing looks like.
Right. Now he's on the phone.
Who wants next, or am I continuing on? She has 4 more lashes to go. Hot shot.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, you lost, and You Bet Your Ass.
I
You set
know.
yourself up for this.
I did.
What is...
She is all teary-eyed. Look at her. Hot Shot's going to get a running start.
He's
Hot
running.
Shot's going to get a running start from the back of the studio, and here he comes! Ah! Steven, you want a shot? Should we send her up to you? Let's send her up to Kilbreth.
Yeah, let's do that.
Send her up, Pasty!
He'll be nice.
Oh, Pasty's downstairs?
Yeah.
Oh, he's missing all this fun.
I can come down there.
Gay. Who's going to escort? Will that Weeman escort her up? Well, we'll save it for the last whack. Kilbreth will get the last whack. Terry?
Oh. I
Do your
feel
thing.
so bad.
Pretend like you never done it before.
Well, yeah, just like it's Darius when he gets a bad grade. Same thing.
So put it on the line. That's the premise of the game. You bet your ass. Terry's going to go left-handed. Are you a lefty?
No.
Then why are you doing it lefty? Anyway.
Says everything wrong.
Oh, I am right-handed.
Yeah. Thanks for reminding me.
Whenever you're ready, Terry, take a whack of that juicy. What do you got? Oh, that was nothing. You got off easy on number 6.
Yes, I did.
She's taking it like a woman.
Gay.
Oh, man.
Since you came down, Gay. Don't stand up. You're not done yet. You want a little whack there, Gay? You've never been on this end of it.
That's what it looks like.
Gay. It's a usual. You should be familiar with the posture that she's in right now. Why don't you give her a whack with that? Gay, you're a lefty? No. Why is everyone going lefty?
Because it's hard. Because
You
where
can't
we
get
were
an angle?
sitting, yes.
I see. All right. Where I'm sitting, you want me to move?
Well, it would be better if we could.
That side, would you?
Yeah, right. Whenever you're ready, Gay, give it a whack. Don't hit me. It's winding up, scaring me.
That was the best one.
Wow. Best meaning what? Hurt the most?
Hardest.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, Gay.
Turn around. Turn around.
No.
I gotta beat gays.
Oh, jeez. It's like that competition at the fair where the thing goes up and hits a bell.
How you doing there, Dave? Are you good, Dave?
I'm hanging in there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah?
Oh.
Take it easy on her. It sounds kind
Tell
of
me how
brutal.
bad you want it. Tell me.
Tell me. Ding, 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 ding.
She's going ding, 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 ding.
Big ding ding there.
Yes. Do I win a prize?
You hit the bell.
Well, is that number 8?
Here's your jumbo.
No, that was. Didn't Steven get the last
Yeah, but
one?
I took the last whack
Yeah, that was number 8.
because Gay laid down the challenge. And I had to take Steven's whack. Unless, of course, she wants to give a bonus whack to Kilbreth upstairs. She's not entitled to have to do that. Do you want Steven to whack, or are you done?
I want Steven to whack.
Holy crap! We found out that her her long hidden secret was to lose in this game. Maybe she voluntarily lost. Maybe she threw the game. Dave, are you taking all this in?
Yeah, I got it.
Is the wedding still on?
I think so.
Hang up the Kilbreath real quick.
He's figuring new things about her.
Kilbreath?
Figuring it out.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You're cleaning up your studio?
Taking his shoes off. Getting
No,
ready.
he's just getting ready.
What are you doing, Steve?
Putting his shorts on.
You all right?
Taking a few practice swings.
You cleaning up in there, Steve?
I was getting ready. Yeah, actually, I was cleaning.
You Windexing the console after all your morning activities have now...
Just straightening up a little bit. I don't want there to be any judgmental things if the Weeman's
I
coming up
understand.
here.
Crumpled up tissues.
Dave, have you hired a caterer yet?
No, not yet.
It's always fun, let me tell you.
You gonna bring your car to Dave at some point, you think?
I think I better stay away from the Audi world.
Yeah, be fixing that bumper cable.
Yeah, no kidding.
Dave, you got a fun fiance, let me tell you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you didn't realize she was this much fun.
No.
You had no clue. Wait till you get home.
Who's bringing her up?
Wayman with the short little legs.
Oh.
He's not there yet?
No, Dave's usually here in like 2 seconds.
Pasty's a hustler.
Yes, he is.
Wayman's a
there he
disgruntled
is.
employee.
Yes.
That's nice. They're here now.
Yes. It's kind of your type, don't you think, Stevie? Isn't this a long dream of yours?
Of whacking somebody?
About to be fulfilled? Not just somebody. A mathematical engineer.
Wow. A brainiac.
Who puts out before marriage, it sounds like.
You can talk in there if you want.
Do you have an area where she should set herself up, Stephen?
I think so. That's a good area.
That's where he puts all the listeners.
You're right on his lap.
Right.
Let me clear you a spot.
Whenever you're ready there, Stevie.
Now you're making me nervous. All right, bend over.
Oh, my God.
Why do I get the sense? It's not the first time he said that.
Here comes the big stick. Ready? She likes
that
it.
was good.
She likes it.
Do you want another one?
Oh, my God.
We've just
comes another
unleashed the... Oh, well, yes.
2 of them.
He's allowing the beast that lied within Kilbreath to get out.
You don't have to keep bending over. You can get up.
All right, Dave, well done with that fiance of yours, kid. Enjoy your seminar today. We enjoyed ours.
All righty.
Yeah, take care.
The T-Man.
I mean, not many girls in contemporary American society today would give their underwear to help a geek like me.
It's the Cube 93.
Appeals Court is reviewing the constitutionality of Florida's ban on adoptions by gay parents.
Oh.
According to state attorneys, the law is meant to encourage stable home environments.
Right.
5 gay men who are taking care of foster children are challenging that 26-year-old
Man, Terry, I can't even imagine that they even consider letting those queers have kids. Oh, gay, I didn't realize you were here. I'm sorry. I would have never said that out loud.
Right. Don't worry about it.
I didn't even listen to the story. What was it about? I know it was
Not
about homosexual parents and kids. Mm-hmm. What's the deal? They're
This
revoking...
couple, yeah, the
They did
couple.
what?
They had adopted these children. Or
Right.
they're trying to adopt these 3 children.
Yes.
They're HIV positive, and,
Oh, Lord.
and they did really well. And now
Okay.
HIV
All right, most
negative,
righteous.
and now they're trying to take them away.
Wow.
So on and so
I'm
forth.
trying to figure out what we're going to do with gay now that honestly, we cannot in good conscience have Jimmy Fred Weeman's ass rat-caned because he didn't really lose the competition. And it takes out all the fun. So what do we do now that Gay came down here? He got himself in a cab. He was all excited. You came down by cab, right?
Yes, I did.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't run down.
Yeah, you got on his 10-speed?
Well, that gives me an idea. Here's something we can do with Gay. We can have him, instead of going down to Town Square, wherever that was, and cane Wayman's ass, we can have him ride around on a Razor scooter.
Oh.
All over town.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm over the weight limit,
Nowadays-
so it's not going to happen.
Come on, I have one.
There's no weight limit for a Razor scooter.
Oh, yeah, there is.
How about they write doubles on it?
Like snap it in two.
Hey, in the meantime, what stories do you have there? I want to start taking some calls. We haven't taken any calls yet today. 1-866-663-T-Man. Anything you want to talk about is fine with me. We'll open up every phone line we have. 1-866-663-T-Man. Now, Gay, I hope and I pray that we're not keeping you right now from going out there, hitting the pavement, and finding a job. I hope we're not taking your time, very valuable, precious time that you have now that your unemployment benefits are due to run out any second now. I hope we're not consuming your day.
No, I have that scheduled for later this afternoon.
Right.
It's always later this afternoon.
Mm-hmm. And what in particular do you have scheduled?
Looking for a job.
And what does that entail? What strategy do you have for the day?
Scanning the newspaper, scanning the internet, calling people.
Right.
I've got a newspaper right there.
He's like smiling.
I'm almost ready to make a deal that if you don't have a job by next week and you're living on nothing, that every day that passes, Weeman gets the rattan can your ass. Can your ass, huh?
He'd like it.
Mm-hmm. Jeez. Terry?
Yes, sir.
What do you have?
Got a story here about a gentleman who decided to conquer his fear of flying by skydiving.
Right.
Well, on his first jump, his harness got snagged on a piece of the plane.
Oh, Lord.
And he and his instructor were stuck.
I love when people try to squash their fears. They try to just embrace their fears, if you will, and then bad crap happens to them.
They were dangling upside down from the bottom of the plane. The pilot tried to feed him by poking him with the stick. And finally, the pilot had to, use a knife to kind of move it off the plane or cut it loose. Thank goodness he landed safely, securely in one piece.
And actually, it did cure his fear of flying. Can't get any worse than that, right?
Right.
You might as well go up there any chance you get.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
What else? Ending. What else is happening? What else is going on in the world I need to know about?
Also got a story here out of Lawrenceville, Georgia, about a 27-year-old woman who stepped out of the shopping mall the other night to watch her car get stolen. Well, she told a bystander what happened.
What's wrong with your microphone? Either I can't understand you or you talk. Something's going on there. You talking normal?
Yeah, I'm talking normal.
Okay, go ahead. Now start from the beginning.
A 27-year-old woman in Georgia.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She stepped out of the shopping mall and she watched her car get stolen.
Right in front of her.
Right in front of her.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Well, she told a bystander what happened and then proceeded to faint. She hit her head and...
The bystander fainted or she fainted?
No, she fainted.
She fainted?
Yes,
I love when people embrace their fears and then they bad crap happened to them. She fainted and what happened?
She hit her head and unfortunately she died.
Wow!
Now...
That's quite a fainting spell.
Yeah. But what's odd, they're saying, is that the coroner says the head trauma was not the cause of death. And so they're still doing more tests to figure out really, what happened.
I know what it was. Her unemployment insurance ran out.
That'll do it every time.
And she died on the spot.
Looking for a way out.
Right.
Would make it a lot easier.
Oh. Jeez. What the hell's wrong with you, dude? Go out there and find a job.
I'm looking.
Get on the Razor scooter and go building the building.
God. Have you filled out an application here yet for something?
Oh, several times.
1-866-663-T-Man is the number to call. I'm going to race through calls right now. You're on the air.
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Oh, I had a question for Gay.
Uh-huh.
I was wondering if he had ever tried to go through an employment agency to see, to have them help him find a job.
That's one thing I haven't done.
There's a lot of things you haven't done. Don't pretend like that's one thing you haven't done. You haven't left your house.
No, but don't you have to
You
pay
haven't
for
sent
that?
out any resumes.
No, yes, I have.
You're expecting to magically, by osmosis, get some wonderful job.
Actually, I know that there's employment agencies that charge the employer. When the employer looks for people to hire, they'll charge the employer rather than the employer.
There are headhunters out there dying for your skills.
Yeah. I thought it would...
And what skills are those again?
Lots.
Lunchroom breaks.
Right. Know how to take vacation days, all of that.
Mm-hmm. You're on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
Does the women have any sisters?
Does what now? Does Weeman have any sisters? No, but Hannah does. Why? I don't know. 1-866-663-T-Man. Now, here's the objective. Anyone that has anything interesting to bring to the table. Anything happening in your life that needs to be discussed? Any dilemmas? Any confrontations that need to be aired out? 1-866-663-T-Man. You're on the air.
Hello?
Yes?
Hey, how come Gay doesn't work for you anymore?
He never did.
Anymore.
We don't want him to. That's the answer.
Oh, my gosh.
Man. He's a listener who became a dysfunctional family member. Let's keep it at that.
We'd like to keep our distance.
Yeah.
Please.
Thank you so much.
1-866-663-T-Man. You're on the air.
Woo-hoo! What's up?
Yes?
Don't you know who this is? You act like you don't know who this is.
Yes.
You know who it is?
Yes, Hammy, go ahead.
Sound of my voice.
What can we do for you?
What can you do for me? I have a job proposal or opportunity for gays.
He's not interested. You're on the air. Hello. I'll tell you right now. Let's cut through all the formalities.
All right.
Go ahead.
Okay, has Gay tried one of those motivational speaker things?
Yeah, Tony Robbins came over last night.
Maybe that'll, get him out of the house, something.
I thought she was suggesting Gay should be a motivational speaker for others.
Yeah, right, real inspiration.
You need to get your ass in gear.
You need to get out of the house. Maybe Tony Robbins can help him out.
Gay's a real inspiration. He can not work for a year and a half and still live. Maybe he should.
How to do it, though.
Live in a
That's
lap of luxury, by the way. Yeah. You've all seen his apartment. It's one of the nicest buildings in downtown Seattle.
It's true. Stop saying
What do you mean
that.
stop? Why should I stop? Is it the truth or not? Answer me!
Well, I live in a nice building. But
My mom said when she was growing up that's the building that she always wanted to live in.
I don't live in the lap of luxury.
Someday I'll be making enough money to live there.
That's right.
Right.
I don't have a cafe in my basement.
Oh,
His building has a cafe in the basement?
Yeah, it's got like a full coffee shop down there.
Wow.
And he can rent videos from, the building that he's in. Yeah,
For
the
free.
front desk for free. He doesn't even have to rent them. It's the perks of living in his high society building.
They probably have room service from the cafe.
Right.
You're out the air.
His landlord brings him food.
Hello? Yes.
Hi. I just wanted to tell you about my life. I'm sorry I'm losing my voice, but anyway, I'm gonna be a surrogate mom.
Oh.
I live in Spokane, and my husband doesn't agree with it.
So you're going to take money, like a business deal between some family or a couple or a person that cannot have kids, and you're going to carry the child and take a cash denomination for that?
Yeah.
He's all giddy about it, Terry.
They're going to pay me.
Gay?
Yeah.
Would you like her to do that for you?
No.
I will.
So have you arranged already some kind of...
Yes.
It's already in place?
Yes.
What amount of money did you decide on, if I may ask?
$20,000.
$20,000 for 9 months to carry the child and then immediately hand it over upon the birthing of the child.
Yes, yes.
Now, do you have any children of your own?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
How many?
I have 2 brats.
Nice, okay.
And now somebody can have another.
That's right.
So what are they going to do? They're going to plant the semen of the male that is interested in this baby inside of your little system, or what?
Yes.
She's really
Guess we're all hot and bothered
I
to.
love you guys. I listen to you every day.
So $20,000. You don't think you could have held out for a little more? Is that enough? Does that sound like a nice?
I think
well,
it's great.
If it covers all the medical costs and things like that.
Are medical costs included in that figure, or is that also going to be funded by? Is it a couple or just one guy or one?
It's a single male.
A single male.
Really?
Wow. Is it a gay
Yeah.
male?
Wow.
No, he's straight.
He's a straight male, but he's just
Oh, well,
tired
I
of
know.
women.
I'm so tired of women. I just want
Terry, there was actually a time in my life I gave that a thought.
Did you?
Yes.
Wow.
Years ago when I thought I'd never meet any woman who could deal with my crap.
Now look what happened.
Now, luckily enough, the Lord has sent me the most amazing lady in the history of the world, obviously.
Yeah.
Most tolerant woman ever to be placed on the planet.
Yes.
Plus, hookers don't like to snuggle, so that really deterred you.
Because I'm a big snuggler.
Right.
So anyway.
So the single man, the single male, he's giving you $20,000 plus medical costs, or is that?
He's paying the medical.
And you
20 is mine.
And you said your husband is not happy with this?
My husband is really upset.
Well,
but I don't care.
It's obviously too late now for him to whine. Did he make it clear that he very much was against this before the deal was struck, or what?
Well, he did. He expressed that he didn't approve, but you know what? This is my body. We're in debt.
You're married to the man. He doesn't want. Don't you think he has a say in the matter? I know you want $20,000 really bad. You probably won't give him a penny, but. Do you think that he's entitled to some kind of say in this matter? And if he puts his foot down, that you should at least consider it strongly? It doesn't even sound like he considered his point of view.
Well, I do, but he didn't work for 2 years in our relationship. And he collected unemployment.
Right.
And
wow.
I worked
loser.
full time, and it was crap. And so as far as I'm concerned, this is my choice. This is what I'm doing. And if he doesn't like it, he can get out.
But isn't that going to make for a very uncomfortable living environment for you? Obviously, he's going to be staring at your bigger and bigger stomach every day, and he's going to resent you. Is that going to make for a kind of lifestyle for the next 9 months and there forward that you want to deal with, or what?
It's 9 months.
You don't care?
Well, I do in a way, but in a way I'm really stubborn, and I I'm not sure.
Do you plan on claiming this money to the IRS?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, right. Does he pay you in cash? Does a briefcase come to your door? How does it work?
I don't know. It's going to go in an account.
Do you fill out W-2 that says you're a surrogate mom or what?
I don't know. I don't know. Probably.
Is she are her eggs part of the genetic makeup, or is she just housing it?
Now, you know what happened with the Baby M case back about, 20 years ago now, right?
No.
You don't remember the Baby M story? It was really one of the first surrogate carrying of a child stories that ever hit our landscape. A woman did exactly what you're doing, and then upon birth of the child, she held the child in her arms and didn't want to give him up, even though she had a deal to do so.
Well, I already have one child I put up for adoption, so it's not.
So it's not going to be a problem for you.
An issue.
Okay, good. So romantic. She has training.
I feel joy in it. I feel.
And
great
actually, there is a bit of joy you should feel. You're giving a man a child, and you're letting a child go to obviously a guy who feels he can tend to it very capably. He's a doctor.
Hey. So the real reason why your husband is upset is because
she speaks Terry.
It's because it's your eggs that are involved as well, and it's not a donated egg.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
You don't know. You don't listen to him.
So have they actually stuck his juices inside you yet, or what?
Yeah, we've done that a couple times.
Oh, it's not really clicked yet.
It's in-home insemination.
I see. So are you carrying a child at this time, or what?
Not yet. Hopefully this is the month.
You do that kind of thing at home?
We've tried 5 times.
Huh? Doesn't the doctor help you at all with this kind of thing?
He's a doctor.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I think you should have picked the girl in trailer number 3.
Okay. Wow.
Hey, Gay, I did like you. Okay.
I could tell with the unemployment comment.
No, I do. I like you, Gay. I do.
If you say anything off just the track with Gay for one fleeting second, he's your enemy for life.
Hates you.
That's how vengeful he is.
He's full of hate. That's what no
I
dad
really
will
like
do to you.
Gay.
I mean, you ever thought about the possibility of just having sex with the doctor?
Well, hey, that's a good idea. I don't know.
Is he a good-looking guy?
He's okay. He looks like a doctor.
So maybe you're just saying this so your husband is convinced that this is the actual story and you're using us when really you're just having an affair with a doctor and you got knocked up.
That's what he thinks.
Be a good
He
cover.
thinks we're sleeping together.
He does.
Yeah.
I agree with him.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm not. I swear on my kids, I am not sleeping.
Well, you
with
swear
them.
on the brats? Big deal.
Your kids that you give up for adoption that you don't care about?
No. That was a different. That was before.
Well, what is your name?
Jennifer.
Jennifer, it's a fascinating story. I hope you keep us updated with the progress, okay?
I will.
Take
Good
care,
luck.
love. I'm glad you're out there.
Bye, guys.
Bye. So giddy.
Yeah, she's too giddy.
My husband hates me. I mean, think about it. If you're a married woman,
Yes.
and this is obviously a material change in your marriage overall, doesn't your husband have a right to say no, and that because it's not a unanimous decision amongst the two parties means you can't do it?
I think that, you should, in a marriage, you got to be in agree with everything.
Right.
And,
She was about to say
She
agree.
wanted to so bad.
Right.
But
Well, Terry, you'll be a sounder married partner than this woman obviously will be.
I hope so.
Terry will get away every time.
Not always.
It's fascinating. The doctor really picked well.
Yeah, right.
Sounds like a happy-go-lucky, stress-free woman.
Yeah, she does.
That's why I want carrying my kids.
And for some women, I mean, they really do. They enjoy being pregnant, and it's a great experience, which, hey, she sounds like she loves
She's
it.
having butt sex with the doctor, don't
Okay.
The T-Man.
You're just another lying old dirty birdie, and I don't think I better be around you for a while.
Cube 93.
Yeah, you sure you don't want a Girl Scout cookie?
Yeah. No, thank you.
Sure he does.
I love Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah.
I never turn down the request of a Girl Scout, Terry.
That is so nice of you.
When she asks me to buy, I buy.
Yeah.
Regardless of what they're selling.
And I share. Yes, a very giving man I am. I brought in, how many boxes are back there of Girl Scout cookies?
A
Like
ton.
6 or 7?
Yes, you brought
More
in
than
quite
that.
a few.
Get the Thin Mints.
I
Yes.
really like the Girl Scout cookies, but the main reason I buy it, Terry, is because I like the hot women on the box. And the hot little 10-year-old.
Oh, boy. Hey.
Sure you wouldn't like a Samoa there, Gay?
Oh, those are
No,
good.
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
The peanut butter ones are better anyways.
Oh, he's got a box of those
We
somewhere.
got them right here.
No, I don't need them.
They're peanut butter filled.
Oh, man.
They're nice and gooey. They're good.
Oh, jeez. Don't make references like that, please.
You'll never
When
eat
we
one.
do it, it's funny. When you do it, it grosses us out.
Because he actually has the voice down.
Why don't you go out and find a job?
I'm going to.
No, he's not.
Let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
1-866-663-T-Man, you're on the air.
Hi, this is Carrie.
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I just have a couple of problems with the last little idiot you had on the line, Jennifer.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. For one, my first top problem is she's married and has no regard for her husband, nor
Seems
any
that way,
respect
yes.
for him as her husband.
But that doesn't make her abnormal now, does it?
Yeah, right.
It does make her abnormal. The second thing is she may
Well,
have...
no. Let me ask you on the first thing first. Do you think the average woman, the vast majority of ladies, have regard for their husbands? Yes or no?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
The vast majority, yes.
Okay.
There are some that have none.
You've won a Samoa,
Come on down.
and I'm eating it right now.
No, I'm married myself, and to think that she has that little respect for him, I
Right.
mean, when you marry somebody, that's a big commitment, and to throw him out the window like that...
Well,
say,
she
oh, well,
gave
he
a
can
little
walk.
justification that made a modicum of sense. She said he was unemployed for 2 years, sat on his stupid ass, didn't care about any income for the family. She went out and busted her ass. No.
What? If it was really a surrogate thing, for one, there would be papers that would sign before an agreement or an act would even start.
People do underground kind of surrogate things. People do underground all kinds of stuff.
Okay, but you're still going to have to sign papers, because what's to stop that guy from turning around and sticking her for child support? You know, she didn't think about that.
I'm sure
She also isn't thinking
the
about
doctor
fact
really
that
needs to
if-
sue her for child support. But anyway, go ahead, yes.
Well, I mean, also at the same thing, you know, if she's really concerned about him thinking that she's sleeping with him, why isn't he there during the insemination process, as she calls it?
Really?
You know, I would have, if I was doing that, I would have my husband in the room just so that
there
nothing
coconut
could
on
be
those?
said.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
You've never had one?
Yeah, I don't remember, though. I've had the ice cream.
How do you look with coconut on you?
Oh, do I?
Never mind.
Should have Gay buy a bunch of boxes of Girl Scout cookies and then charge people more for them.
Obviously not good. Huh? What's that now, Steve?
He should buy a whole bunch of boxes and
Yeah.
then charge $4 a
Wow,
box
he could
instead
start
of
his
$3
whole
a box.
industry, huh?
Yeah.
He could be a Girl Scout cookie broker.
Gay Scout cookies.
Big hit, I'm sure.
What's the problem? You have something against the Girl Scouts, Gay?
No.
I know you always wanted to get into the brownies.
No, have no problem at all.
Mm-hmm.
Girl power, right?
Yeah. Do you have an updated resume we can even look at to find out what the hell your skills are?
Not with me, but I can bring one down tomorrow.
Because he'll be here.
You shouldn't have any left.
It's on the computer. I just have to print it out.
Sure it is.
You're out of the air.
You can't find the resume.
It used to be on my website.
Yes.
It's so messy in that place.
It's me on?
God.
Yes, it's you on.
All right, cool. I got a comment for Gay is how to find a job. You got to get up at 6 o'clock in the frickin' morning, man, at least. Hit the streets before the sun comes up.
Gay barely sleeps, but he's up at 6 o'clock in the morning listening to this show at home, and he's up and he is on biggercity.com.
Yeah, see the internet? I've tried. I haven't gotten a job off the internet or newspaper. What's going to get you is when you're out there at the doorstep.
He's got to hit the pavement is what you're
6
saying.
o'clock in the morning.
And I've offered my Razor scooter, and he doesn't want to get started.
Yeah, and it makes sense to go to businesses at 6 o'clock in the morning when they don't open till 9.
Well, I'm there at 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't know what kind of work you do, but Jesus.
You dumbass.
Yeah, like the Girl Scouts. What if they sat home hoping to sell cookies on the internet?
Right.
They go door to door.
You think they sit in their little studio apartments, these Girl Scouts, and they think to themselves, man, I hope people buy cookies today.
Yeah, right.
And then they never leave the front door?
On biggergirlscout.com.
Do you think that's the case? Do you think people just have windfalls fall into their freaking laps?
No, they're child labor. That's how they sell their
Now
damn
you're
cookies.
probably a little bit out of whack when it comes to the realities of the world, because you've had money come to your mailbox for the past year and a half for doing nothing.
I know, I got a check yesterday.
I need a Samoa.
Yeah.
Is that the last check?
Did you ever date a Samoan?
What's that?
Have you ever dated a Samoan?
I'm not sure.
Finally, you got a whole box of them?
You're on the air.
Yo.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
What's up with what's that girl,
the Bachelorette or whatever.
The Bachelor?
Either
the Bachelorette, Trista, or the
Bachelor,
Constance.
Yeah, but first of all, I wanted to tell Terry congratulations on her
Thank
marriage
you.
and everything. Good luck on you.
And he also wants to say he has the under.
Great.
How much you put on the under there, sir?
Say what?
Never mind. Go ahead. What's your second thing?
Yeah, I just was trying to call and.
What about Constance?
Yeah, well, you guys need to stop having that little thing on the show because she getting a big head. She was out at the club this weekend.
Really? Doing what?
Shaking that thing she called her ass. I mean.
So you don't think she's really hot, huh?
No,
I think she's
she
pretty
looks
hot.
like a man.
Oh,
She
really?
looks like a man.
Maybe that's why I like.
Looks like a man.
Man in
mean-
drag? Just because you got turned down, dude. Don't come on with all your frustrations.
No, trust me.
Get Constance on the line, please.
No. She thinks she's hot though. Well, I mean,
I'll give her a call. I have her number here somewhere.
She doesn't look like a
Lock
man,
him in.
though.
Lock him in.
Where is
she
he?
have to do this little throat check. You know how when you dance with somebody and you got to look underneath to make sure she got a
star.
What's up with her?
Right, here it is. Here it is. Hang on. All right, hang on. You can ask her yourself.
I mean, for him, saying that he doesn't want her on the show, he sure is interested in what's up with her.
He's looking at her butt while she was shaking it.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Okay, what have I done wrong?
Only one.
Why do you really care?
No, because she said some really.
Yeah, like, I'm not going to give you my number?
Bitch. You can have a box of Samoas or a number right now. What do you want?
Say it again. I hear you.
A box of Samoas or a number?
Samoans.
You're lying.
That's real. Y'all don't understand. She was up at the club, right? And she, first of all,
Constance?
Let me go there. You're on my shift. Bye-bye.
Oh, Lord.
To leave a
I hate when... I mean, I love Constance. I think she's cool.
Yeah.
I hate when parents make their kids who don't even understand what they're doing leave the message for them.
Never funny, never
It's so cute.
Like, is she trying to find a man, or is she?
Oh, are you interested, sir? All of a sudden now?
Is she trying to
She's
find a man?
desperately
or is she
trying to
just
find a man.
Really trying to be like a real bitch.
You see that?
I know.
No. I put this on everything. I
You
got a
thought
baby.
from hearing on the radio that she was very much looking for a man, and you have a lot to offer. And then when she turned you down, you couldn't put it together, and that's why you're fighting this thing in your head now. Calling her a bitch, and you're putting her down.
no.
When the reality is, if you could have screwed her ass, if you could have brought her the ruckus on Saturday night, you would have done it in a finger snap.
No, hell no.
Don't lie to me, sir.
Hey, I'll put that on everything.
All right.
I'll put that on everything. I didn't even know it was her. I didn't even know it was her until she was getting into another little argument with somebody else, and she was like, "You don't know who I am," and screaming all this and
She's
that.
giving me the "Do you know who I am" lines now.
Yeah, you don't know who I am, and then there's like this one cat. He was like, this dude was like braided up and everything, He was acting like he was like some big time pimp or something. And he was getting in her ass.
Is that her called into the hotline?
Say what?
She has called into us, sir.
All right.
Constance, are you there?
Yes.
Are you taking this all in?
Oh, I haven't been listening, but what were you talking about?
No. How did you get on the hotline? You called her? Oh. Anyway, this man is talking about how he met you Saturday night and how you think you're the biggest thing in town now and you got to get off your high horse. And I told him I think he tried to just make it happen with you. It didn't work out. And now he's coming on all trashing your good name. Not that he's really good. But what do you recall happening the other night at the club with this man?
He met me on Saturday?
Was it Saturday, sir?
Yeah.
Who is it? Who are you?
We didn't even get that far.
Well, then why the hell are you talking about me if we didn't even get that far? Get a life.
Wow.
Are you sure you're talking about the right person? Get
I'm
a
sure I'm
life.
talking about you because I danced with you. You look like a man. You said
That didn't happen. I can tell you right now that didn't
you
happen.
said that I
didn't dance
grabbed
with
your
anybody
little
that
flat
night.
titties, and I'm like, first of all, I wasn't even drunk, and I know for a fact that I didn't grab your titty. Even
Oh, wait,
asked
so
for it or
wait a minute.
anything like
She
that.
said,
And
wait.
when you was shaking your
She
ass,
said
when
that you
shaking your
grabbed,
ass,
she
you might
claimed.
Are you going to shut up and let me respond?
No, I don't need you to shut up. I heard you too much on Saturday. That's why I'm kind of glad that you're on the phone right now because you ain't about
so
shit though.
corny. Let me tell you something. First of all, I did go out Saturday with my girls.
Yeah,
I didn't dance with one person. Believe that. And you can ask Damon Knight, who I also saw. Okay?
Yeah. And I was standing right there. If you recall, you walked off like you was You walked off like you was all bad. And...
Oh, maybe I walked away because you're trash. That's why.
No,
don't be
baby,
mad
no.
because you got
Then I must
bitched
look
out by the
just like
Nicola.
you. I
Who
must
cares?
look just like you if I'm trash, though.
Okay. All right. Well, obviously, since you think you danced with me and you think I'm trash and you think I look like...
so now you have a memory loss. You have a memory loss.
I don't model.
You've been taking them pills too much, baby doll. You need to chill
I know I
out.
don't look like no man. Believe that.
You look straight up like a man in drag. That's what you ain't got no ass. You ain't got no titties.
She's got a big ass.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Dude, she's got a big ass.
The size of peaches.
You know what? I have so many better things to do with my time than to listen to you. Who cares what the hell you think? I get paid to look like this. I'm a model. What do you do? What do you do?
Are you for real?
What do you do?
Are you for real?
What do you do?
Are you for real?
I promise
Are you for real? I don't go around screaming out my name, though. I don't go around screaming out my name, baby.
I can't even remember who the hell you are. You think you made an impression on me?
That's good. That's good. I'm glad you don't remember. So next time I see you, then it'll be cool that you won't remember.
Man. Who cares? Who cares? What do you do? What do you do? Where do you
live? Don't worry about what
I'm
doing. You don't want to find out Saturday? You don't want to find out Saturday?
That's what it is.
Finally comes out.
Go home with you that night and have sex with you?
Did I ask to? Did I even ask you?
You didn't have a shot.
Did I ask you for
I have
anything?
so many better things to do with my time than to sit here and
Okay,
listen to
well
a
then you
raggedy
shouldn't
ass
have been
on
on
the phone.
Don't get on the radio talking like you all this and that.
Okay. You know what? I have quite a few people that would disagree with you.
Oh, I got a few people that would disagree with you.
All right. Let's leave it at that. What do you say?
Okay.
That's enough of that.
See what the audience chose.
Yeah, right. Right. Well, they chose that dude.
Yeah, have fun.
Man.
Jeez.
I didn't even get to ask Constance why she makes her 2-year-old leave the message.
I know.
Why? Talk about corny. Who brought up corny? She brought up corny, right? That's the corniest thing you could do. And I love Constance the bitch, so I like her attitude.
Right.
I like her bitchiness.
Yeah.
And I can guarantee you this man would have had sex with her if he could have gotten clearance in a heartbeat.
No question.
Is there any doubt of that?
Not at all.
Constance is a good-looking woman in her own little way.
Probably tried to crack at her. She wanted no part of him.
From now on,
yes.
When I call someone's house and I hear some 2-year-old leaving the message for the family, I'm going to say, I'm coming over to stab your parents.
Then the next thing you know, you have the police knocking on your door.
Good.
The T-Man. Why do you shamelessly waste my time like this? I don't know.
Do you know?
Constance is back on the line, and she's laid down an ass challenge for the prior caller.
Okay.
She wants the guy to come down to the studio, look her in the face, amongst other places, and tell her right in the eye that she has no ass, which will be impossible to do.
Right.
You can't do that. That is hardcore fact.
Yeah.
That Constance has one of the biggest asses a white girl can get.
Definitely.
That's in shape. We're not talking about overweight situations. We're talking about a woman who's in shape, who works out regularly, and yet has a hefty backside.
Yes.
And the man said on the air, you have no ass. That's what we knew.
Right.
He was just frustrated and lying. But we'll see if he accepts the challenge. Because that is, from what I understand, the challenge you're laying down, Constance. Mm-hmm. You want him to come down here and tell you in the eye that you have no ass.
Yeah, and I want to see... I mean, I know I have more ass than a little bit. I'm not doubting the fact that I don't have the biggest chest, but I'm natural. I choose to stay natural. I could quickly go get surgery and be artificial, but, you know, that's just not for me. You know what I mean? Because I have children, that's not for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I know for a fact I have more ass than a little bit, and I know for a fact I don't look like no damn man.
Is he firing
Maybe he looks like
Oh,
a
my
bitch.
gosh.
Maybe he looks like a female. Maybe I thought he was a female trying to hit on me.
Oh, wow. Now, what is your name? You going by D?
Yeah.
D? Do
Your name?
D?
Raise up your game. What the hell
Because
is wrong with
I'm
you?
being affiliated with something like you, and it's in my line of
why
work.
did you
I can't even
Then why did
my
you
line of
call?
work.
say that I was even out in the club messing with somebody that looked probably like a
because you have a
man.
wife.
I know.
Okay.
But anyways,
Because he has
go
a
ahead,
wife,
you say your
Constance
stuff,
says.
and let me
Maybe.
say
You have
mine.
a wife.
You
You're
go ahead
already
and say
married.
your
You don't
stuff,
want
and
her
I'll
to
say
find out
mine.
you were out at the club
Let
trying
me-
to cheat on her.
All right, let me have D have a moment here. Now, D, Constance has laid down the challenge. It'd be nice also at the same time to reenact the scene that happened in that club. While you're admitting to her whether she does or does not have ass in your mind, you can dance with her like you did back in the old days of the club where something happened that obviously put you two on the wrong footing to begin your friendship that will last forever, I'm sure. Now, D, will you accept that challenge? Will you come down here, look Constance over, then look her in the eye and tell her she has no ass?
Well, I think I did tell her that at the club that she didn't have any ass.
So that's
and I
at
was
the club,
rubbing
but
on
not,
it,
we're talking.
Well, we're
here.
asking about in the studio.
Yes.
Are you interested or no,
studio?
D?
Yeah, I'd be interested in doing something like that. Got to be.
You sound kind of reluctant, D. You sure about this?
I'm positive about it.
We'll set up a time for you and her to come down together, and you'll look her over, and then if you feel the same way, you'll tell her in the eye she has no ass.
For sure. I'll be down there, T.
And bring a picture of your current girlfriend or wife.
Okay,
and we
yeah,
can go ahead and
that's for
compare.
sure. I'll do that. My current girlfriend.
Now,
yeah.
D, let me ask you a question.
How are you at a club if you have a girlfriend? You're so dirty. Whatever.
Now, D,
No, it
let
ain't
me ask
nothing
you a
about that.
question.
When you go-
Whatever.
In your honest opinion, D, are you currently, or have you in the past, dated a woman who's hotter than Constance?
Oh, I date one right now that's way hotter than
That's why you're at the club. You need to tell your girlfriend to
do
keep
that.
her man at home.
I can't do that.
Can you?
I can't do that.
Please, if you had
I
a
can't
real
do that.
woman, you wouldn't have to go search out a club.
Is that frowned upon?
Your money off. Whatever.
D,
Yeah, I can't do that.
how about another challenge? How about you bring down or show us pictures of your girlfriend and let us decide if she's hotter than Constance?
Bring her down because you
Yes,
can pull anyone's picture
exactly.
out of the hat.
Yep.
So.
No.
D, are you willing?
He's bitching up.
Are you willing to bring your
no,
girlfriend down and let us examine whether she's hotter than Constance?
Pose down at the T-Man Corral.
Another one, yeah.
A good old-fashioned pose down at the T-Man Corral.
Oh, yeah.
Between who? My lady?
Between
and
your lady and
Constance?
Constance,
Oh,
yes.
And Constance?
Yes.
My lady and Constance? It's not even a challenge because Constance
Well, then
is
we'll
dirty.
be the judge of that. So let us do it. Let us judge.
And if I could reenact the scene,
I'll tell you what,
she'll
D.
remember what happened.
Honey,
If I
Honey,
could get my
I don't
chance
have
to
a
talk.
man. Why were you dancing with me, so you say, if you have such a great woman?
Because I'm at the club.
So when did you go home and tell your gorgeous babe how you were bumping up against
geez.
Constance?
For sure. I did.
Did ya?
yeah,
And
I
she
bet
was.
she was
For
so
sure.
Got all turned on and she would bring her to the ruckus?
That's on everything. So look,
Maybe I was dancing with this no-ass woman tonight.
She even looked like a man, honey.
Can I refresh her mind? Can I refresh
Yes,
her mind?
Constance, D wants to refresh your mind if he may have the floor for a moment. Go ahead, D.
Yeah. Anyways, it was a cool little song on. And she danced with the homegirls, right?
Yes.
And there was no question asked to her about, hey, baby, can I get a little dance? Can I squeeze in? It was just I went up there and started dancing. My homeboys dancing with the other girl, and that was it. That's how it went down. Then she got mad, flipped out because she couldn't shake her ass like her homegirl could, Goldie. And then so she was like this. Hey, T, can I talk? T, can I
You're
talk?
talking about my best friend.
All right, now,
Yeah,
Constance.
And so all of a sudden, she's like, oh, she just walks off and she's like, bye, like that.
All right, Constance, do you remember anything happening on that night in that little
Of course.
context?
Okay, D, can I comment now?
D, let her have a time to comment. Go
I
ahead,
need to
Constance.
finish. Could I finish? Because I don't even.
Oh, it sounds like you're done.
Let me finish. No, it don't sound like I'm done.
Well, I'll tell you what. We're out of pretty much time here. Let's arrange for them to come down. D also knows that we're very interested in meeting his girlfriend to examine whether she is hotter than Constance.
Right.
If D does not bring his girlfriend down, or does not have pictures that we talk to on the phone with his girlfriend and validate that that is her, then we will assume that D is lying.
Okay.
Because we know Constance is no ugly woman by any means.
Right.
She is a hot woman. Now, Dave, for whatever reason, is with animosity towards Constance. I think he can pretty much figure it out. We'll have to find out more when they come down, though.
All righty.
Because when he said she has no ass, that was way off the real fact of the matter here.
Yeah, I don't know what he was looking at, but
She has more ass than I need roofing insulation.
But saying she looks like a man, that's right on.
Oh. No, but everyone has their own opinions. Maybe Dee's had some bad experiences with women that look like Constance that turned out to be otherwise. I don't know.
that could be.
His girlfriend looks like Cameron Manheim, something tells me.
Wait a minute! Wait a minute! Set that up, all right? Set it up for tomorrow if you can.
got it, T.
All right.
We want the girlfriend down, right?
Yes. And if D knows that, and D knows if he doesn't bring any proof or the girlfriend herself or pictures that prove we have no doubt that that is her, we're going to assume that he was lying again and that Constance is way hotter.
And if D doesn't show at all, then he's definitely a liar, right?
Yeah.
There's a good chance that D may not show at all because we know Constance is coming.
Yeah.
So we will find out a lot more in the coming day or two.
The T-Man.
Where do they teach you to talk like this? In some Panama City sailor want a hump bar? Sell crazy someplace else. We're all stocked up here.